Good afternoon. It is 2:59. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. It's Titans game week, and the team was back on the practice field as they get ready for their Week 1 matchup against the Denver Broncos. J.C. Latham returned to practice after missing last week. T'Vondre Sweat, Kevin Winston Jr., Khalil Mullins, L'Jarius Sneed, and Lloyd Cushenberry were all full go as well. In college football news today, Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel announced that defensive lineman Jackson Moy and cornerback Ricky Gibson Jr. are expected to miss the game versus ETSU this weekend, and that Gibson will be out for an extended period of time. Vols redshirt sophomore cornerback Colton Hood named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week after his performance versus Syracuse, which included a scoop and score touchdown, while Vols redshirt freshman wide receiver Braylon Staley was named the SEC Freshman of the Week after his 4-catch, 95-yard performance that included a 73-yard touchdown catch. The Bill Belichick era of North Carolina football kicks off tonight as the Tar Heels host TCU. Kickoff for that one at 7 o'clock on ESPN. For your foundation repair, whatever it needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful Labor Day in the Music City. I hope you don't have to work, but if you do, we're here for you. If you don't, we're here for you. Either way, we're here until 6 o'clock to talk through all of the things that happened this weekend and take a look at what's coming up this week as the NFL season begins on Thursday. Cowboys have Philadelphia Eagles. Line up to 7.5 now without Micah Parsons involved.
Ooh, that's a big line.
Looky here, Babsy Davenport is back.
What up, Babsy? Hey, what up, people? How goes it?
Look at the shirt you've got on. Zach Lyons had to pass you on the way out of here. You might have had a couple things to say.
The sheer joy I just got out of that interaction should be illegal. I mean, just walking up
Pure
the ramp as he's walking down. Hey, Zach, how was your weekend?
He said he enjoyed watching Michigan play football.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that meant.
I mean,
Although Bryce Underwood was really good, but
what an awesome football weekend.
Slay Dog is here too.
I'm in the building.
Hey.
Got no roof.
You made it.
Made it, baby.
Through, what do you call her, FF?
Yes.
Her 40th birthday.
Yep.
And a trip to the Tennessee-Syracuse game in Atlanta.
Hey, dog. How I was able to function, I have no clue. I'm going to be real. I literally saw people at the game while I was walking. I was going to the concession stand, going to the bar. And people would stop me and say, "What, you just in Mexico? Like, how are you here?"
Yeah, how did you do that?
I have no idea.
Because didn't you take a Sprinter van from here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Flew back, got here about midnight on Friday.
Friday morning?
Falling into Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Immediately get in the Sprinter van?
Nope, went home, put my bags down, showered, changed clothes, got my UT gear on, was in the Sprinter van rolling by 3.
Oh, my gosh. Will from the Ville.
Will from the Ville and Bully.
Shout out. Oh, and Bully,
shout out,
yeah.
Bully was ready to roll, too. So,
how did Bully take the loss?
Oh, man, you like Bully took it like he was supposed to take it. Like he knew all the pressure was on us. You know what I mean? Really just, it was just all.
Y'all better win.
Yeah,
That's what he kept
all
saying.
that was smoke and mirrors. Yeah, all that was smoke and mirrors. But
I don't know. He got into a couple arguments with some ball fans on Twitter.
Y'all don't know why Bully engaged in it.
He knows better.
He does.
Like Vol Twitter is famous. Come on now.
It's entertaining
You know
for him
better,
at the same
I
time.
think he likes it. Yeah, on
but,
some level.
man,
Not to do it all the time, but like he'll venture in there.
I would have definitely ignored it.
I didn't see that.
I was live. We went for like 2 days. We went for all of Saturday, all of day yesterday.
Yeah, it just
Then I saw
kept
this
going.
morning. He probably
Did you see Big Al down there?
Saw Big Al.
Yeah, he was doing a big thing,
That
too.
was a reunion.
It was?
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Dog, I went up at halftime to go to the bar. I didn't make it back to my seat till the end of the third quarter.
Oh, jeez.
When I say a reunion, as soon as you get up there, section 120, I don't know who sent this email or text out because I didn't get it.
Nothing really happened in the
I
third
just
quarter
happened
anyway.
Yeah, I heard. a couple scores, but hey, it was over.
Coaches were
yeah, like that
about
was it. So, and then, dude, when I got up there, it was everybody from little to the Derek Tinsley, Cedric Houston's, Al Wilson's, Rashad Moore, Cozy Coleman. Man, hey, Big Fred, it was everybody from, I say, 96 to about 06.
Yeah.
In that era. Yeah. It was nuts, dog. And it was a good time.
So you're back ready to work.
I'm ready.
I was wondering, like, about midway through, like, I don't know, Thursday or Friday, I'm like, does Slay know we're working on Monday?
I didn't. But I'm glad yesterday I checked because I would have ended up getting fried last night and it would have been rougher.
It's funny, baby Bab asked me this morning when I was leaving, or not this morning, this afternoon when I was leaving for work. Is Uncle Slate going to be there? Because she saw Mr. Brent yesterday.
Yeah,
so she's like, I haven't seen him. I was like, that's a good question. I don't know if he's going to be there or not.
It is a good question. It was nuts getting out of customs from coming from Mexico back into.
It always is. It's easy to get in. It's hard to get out.
Like the crazy thing, they sent us on an alternate route.
So long.
But they sent us on an alternate route and didn't check our bags. Put us in different special rooms and then left us with our bags.
Special rooms.
Yeah, it was weird.
They're like
for like 15 seconds. I'm
Did
like,
you think you were getting deported?
No, I was just like, what the hell is going on? I'm bringing my cigars back.
Oh.
And I'm like, why they didn't take them? They didn't even look at them. Like, why are we in here? So we finally got through. Flight was delayed 3 times. But we made it.
We made it. We got a lot to talk about, no question about that. Coming up today, Mike Keith, the voice of the Vols, at 4:20.
Let's go.
Mike and Savage. I listened to the pregame with them. So I had 3 TVs on. I had SEC Nation looking for Davenport before the game.
Ugh.
She had technical difficulties, and they never went to her. And they didn't tell her.
So they just had you talking?
I talked for about 30 seconds.
She did her
And
hit.
then all of a sudden I hear Laura Rutledge be like, well, it looks like we've lost Dawn. I was like, son of a.
They never showed you for 1 second. Not 1 second.
They showed, I know they showed me in the 4 box.
They did
where
in
it
the
was
4
all
box.
the reporters live at all the
But
games.
your problem was you were third up. So they went to the first 2. Then they go to Dawn, and it's the like geographical state picture of Georgia with Athens on the star, and it sits there for like 5 seconds. I was like, this ain't good. They're about to go.
Dang.
They could have put the audio up though.
They didn't have it.
Oh.
I thought they just had my picture and not my audio. No, they had nothing.
They had nothing.
First game of the season.
Exactly. First game of the season.
Didn't you have to go to the stadium early to do that shot?
Like 3 hours earlier than I would go for a game.
Wow.
I was there.
This is why I hate TV.
Wow.
You can only imagine my frustration there. And it was hot. Oh, it was so hot. I mean, it was only, 80, I think it was a high of like 83, 84, which is awesome.
The sun is still hot.
But it was really
like
hot.
today.
I mean, we had a ton of cramping issues in that game. Players going down left and right. And I'm like, I know the temperature doesn't feel like we should be having that, but it is. It was hot. Yeah. That sun.
Coming up at 5:20, Chris Lowe, who left ESPN and is now with On3.com.
Hey.
Congrats to Shannon Terry for getting that done.
Big move.
He will join us at 5:20, and we'll take a little tour around some of the bigger games. Arch Manning. That's a talking point today.
That's all I kept thinking about.
Okay.
As of right now, I'm looking correct.
So
he'll get it together.
Coach Mack always says no instant evaluator.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to ask the question. Are you jumping off the Arch Manning thing?
I mean,
or
I've
are you
never
still
been on
there?
it. But...
No, like you've had your questions about him, like what has he done?
Right.
And now, granted, Ohio State and Texas probably have the 2 best defenses in the country.
Exactly.
LSU might be up there now. How did they turn that around? They were awful the last 2 years on defense.
We ain't got them brothers together weeks. Got healthy.
Those Weeks brothers.
Man.
Well, and then they had the
are
number
not
one.
Right either.
Yeah,
They're
all.
great.
You've told us that before.
Yeah.
They sharing crazy?
Yes.
And they just feed off each other's crazy?
I think it's just, it must be in the DNA or something.
Well, yeah, but they were number 1 class in portal. So LSU, that's probably the biggest win of the weekend, I would think.
You think?
Yeah, to go on the road at a top 10 team at night as a 5-point underdog, and they really should have won by 14. They had a touchdown taken away for God knows why, but
see, I would
Barry and Brown, that was a touchdown.
Argue,
it was a touchdown.
Silly.
I saw Brad Powers today, who used to do Bet the Board podcast with Todd. He said in his evaluations, their power rankings for teams, this is how they come up with their point spreads and how they bet games. He said that he gave LSU a 14-point win in that game.
Yeah.
Just in terms of evaluating the team. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. Tonight, TCU at North Carolina. North Carolina in January was favored by 3.5. TCU now favored by 3.5. Complete flip. And it's not weird to go flip across 0, but it is weird to flip across 3 and 3. Those are two key numbers.
Yep.
To go from 3.5 to 3.5. So I'm anxious to see what happens tonight. Bill Belichick, of course, coaching his first game for North Carolina. Gio Lopez will get the start for UNC after transferring in from South Alabama. He had 18 touchdown passes and just 5 interceptions last year. Josh Hoover for TCU, really good. If you haven't seen him play, junior, threw for almost 4,000 yards last year, 27 touchdowns. So I'm staying away from it from a betting perspective, but I kind of like TCU if I just had to.
Really?
Did you guys see the I'm fascinated.
Arts and crafts over there?
Yeah,
It's a lot going on.
She's got little kid scissors out. She's got construction
These are
paper.
my travel scissors.
I don't know what.
You got.
They're allowed through the airport.
That's amazing.
So they go in my my work bag.
You can't harm somebody with those?
I never. Well, the only place they've ever gotten taken from me is Tupelo, Mississippi.
You said everything is taken at Tupelo.
Flew through, and I've had this is my second pair because my other pair is in Tupelo because I had flown for 7 straight years of college football seasons, which means I have been through Boston, New York, LAX, every single airport out there. I mean, Atlanta 8 million times, Nobody ever took my scissors until I got to Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yeah, the ghost of Elvis.
Where you literally walk in the front door and you are standing next to your plane. And those people took my scissors.
It's amazing what they do down there.
To be fair, if I stabbed you in the eye with those, it would.
I mean, I totally get it, but
It'd be a scratch.
But they're okay by every other standard.
You had stuff taken at Tupelo?
No, but they
take forever.
I've been put through the ringer there. I'm like, dog, and the people, they know you. That's the craziest. They know you. It's like
because it's so small. It's the same people every
single time. It's one terminal.
And it was when I had worked 2 Mississippi State games. I'd been there.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they be thinking when they push you through.
Tell you what.
So the same guy does the security that does the baggage that does the walk you out to the plane.
Hold on, I'll be right there with you.
Yes.
What?
1,000%. It is the same person.
What was that show, Wings on NBC? That was kind of
I never watched it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they did.
Although I will say it is a very convenient way to get to Starkville.
Absolutely.
So
direct flight from Nashville.
College football tonight, though. That's cool. Lee Corso's final appearance on game day was perfect.
Oh, hold on. Before you get into that, can I just point out, did you guys see Holly Rowe's tweet?
No.
See, because you guys heard me complaining last week that Georgia didn't give us a depth chart. They gave us a depth chart when Kirby came into the room to talk to us on Friday. First time we got any kind of a depth chart. And, there's 54% of Georgia's roster is first and second year guys. So, a depth chart would have been helpful when you're about to have a blowout and you're going to see a bunch of. Yeah.
Tennessee did this.
So we get it. Exactly. So we get it on Friday at 1 o'clock.
Okay, but embargoed?
Embargoed, yes.
Because they release it on Saturday.
Yes, exactly. So Holly Rowe tweets out the flip card that they give out at the games for tonight's game, TCU and North Carolina, and there are 0 players on either side listed. 0. Not even an or. Nope, 0.
Oh,
no players. The flip card has 0 players.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, we better make sure Bill Belichick knows this is not his rodeo. This is college football. Listen, your little NFL stuff doesn't work here. We do depth charts here, okay?
Fly differently over here.
We fly different in college, Bill.
TJ from Nashville, whatever happens in Tupelo stays in Tupelo.
Man.
Ain't that the truth?
Believe it.
Ron Slay on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to watch the show live, you can. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
131 people watching. Currently, 13 have liked it. So we appreciate that. Where was it? Somebody said that Savage and Mike Keith crushed it.
That was good, man. I listened to the whole first half. I know now that I got to go with headphones to the stadium.
How did you listen to it?
I was listening to it with my glasses. but I had to keep doing this to hear because it's too loud.
Cup your hands over your ears.
Then I took the glasses off and had my phone up to my ear. Like, that felt stupid. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to miss the second half, but next time I'll be more prepared.
That's how you were listening to Chris Stapleton on the plane one time because you didn't have your headphones. So they were ahead of the TV broadcast, so there wasn't anything I could do to sync that up. But anyway, we'll talk with Mike Keith at 420 about that. They did a great job for sure. Lee Corso's final appearance on game day was perfect. They did, if you didn't see it, they did a few different snippets, a few different stories about him and the headgear and all that stuff. And it was really good. And then he went 6-0. On his picks.
It's good.
What did I text about that? I said, this just proves that we live in the Matrix, that Lee Corso picked FSU over Alabama and went 6-0.
He went Ohio State, Tennessee, Florida State, LSU, which was an upset win, too.
Yep.
South Carolina, Miami, which was an upset win. Mm-hmm. The parlay, if you'd have parlayed that, 90-1.
Oh, my gosh. Go Corso.
How did your parlay do?
I missed two, but I do my single bets now. So 4 out of 6, and then I backdoored it yesterday with I picked Notre Dame money line, which that was wrong, but then I went backdoored that and went the over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the over, which was I think 51.5 or something, which they got it on that field goal.
What did you miss? Alabama.
Yes. Yeah. Alabama, and I had to look it up. Darn, what did I miss?
I should have.
But I was on it.
Texas, Ohio State, right?
Texas, yep. Yeah. I took the points for Texas.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but I did take LSU plus 4.5.
I missed Texas and Alabama, but my two biggest positions of the weekend were Auburn and LSU, so worked out well.
Good.
I did take South Carolina and the over on them. Man, look, no.
Auburn, baby.
I told you what my position was on Auburn.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Did y'all see,
usually don't do that.
Did y'all see Corso's national championship pick?
No.
LSU over Penn State is what he said.
Okay.
I like that.
LSU look good. All right, when we come back, we'll dive into the SEC. And if you want in, we want to take as many phone calls as we can today. Your reaction as to what you saw in the college football week 1. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? Time to get some exceptional style and deals every single day this September 1st. So why wouldn't you? You can be the first to get there. Or the last. Either one. You should have been there. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood. That is Brentwood Jewelry. For over 50 years, they've been delivering and proudly serving the Brentwood community and your community as well. And they're not going to stop. The Mama Lee family, that's what they do. They dedicate themselves and they give back to you. So, in a time that is imperative to support local, you need to shop Brentwood Jewelry. When you're looking for engagements, you're looking for watches, or whatever it may be, they got it covered for you. Just ask our guy, our one and only Robert Walsh. Bert went to Brentwood Jewelry, and Brandon and the fam took care of him. And now you see Cheyenne with a big, happy smile on her face. Why? Because she is now engaged to our own Robert Walsh. So, salute to them. Finally, Bert, about time. You can get to Brentwood Jewelry and understand exactly what's going on and get your engagements or watches, whatever it may be that you're looking for, right there at BrentwoodJewelry.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, the executive producer of 3HL itself.
Boy.
Man, it's gonna be a fun football season. There's no question about it.
Absolutely.
Georgia got the win over Marshall. They didn't announce a starting quarterback, and we were shocked when Gunnar Stockton started. He went 14-24, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did you have a good time down there?
I did have a good time.
There you go, Babsy.
Yeah. My whole family went. I'm from Georgia. You always hear me talk about my obnoxious Georgia fan friend. So her whole family went. So they had a ball. My daughter was in a Georgia Bulldog cheerleading outfit, which we will not speak of ever again.
I saw that picture.
That was amazing.
That's what happens when mom works and I'm not in charge anymore. Whole family's in Georgia gear.
The inmates running the asylum then.
Right?
Come on.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. You're just like, all right, whatever.
What's the friend penalty for that? Like, there's got to be something. Repercussions.
He'll get it back.
There should be some, yeah. Anyway, so
there's some war dam going on or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so hard to tell in those games against Marshall. I mean, Marshall had 74 new players.
Right.
74 new guys on that roster.
Yeah, because dude took 30 of them to Southern Miss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so...
Who got pounded by Mississippi State. Shout out Hail State. Vashon was in here earlier, right at the beginning of the show. Hail State. Yeah, they doubled up Southern Miss.
They needed that really big.
Blake Shapen looked good.
Yep.
Defense looked much better.
Yeah.
Our guy, Brendan Thompson, the wide receiver that we fell in love with at SEC Media Days. He's married. He's like a 50-year-old dude in a 24-year-old body or whatever. He started at Texas, transferred to Oklahoma. Think about that. Then transferred to Mississippi State. And he thinks he might be the fastest player in college football.
Yeah, that's your boy.
6 for 94 in that game.
You love him.
First game at Mississippi State. So we've got a lot to get into. We will talk about Auburn. That was a great performance by them. That ground game was something. 307 yards on the ground for Auburn. Baylor could do nothing about it.
It's exactly what they should have done. Just go play bully ball.
But Hugh kept messing around and calling pass plays. I'm like, Hugh, stop.
He had to take
well, because he's like, I got to figure out what I have in this quarterback.
Got these receivers, and I got these receivers that got to be happy.
I'm really concerned about Jackson Arnold's ability to identify what he's seeing down the field. Yeah. There were so many times where he would look, and you could tell he was looking at one guy and then took off.
Yeah.
Now, the run game worked.
Against Baylor. Big 12 defense. Like, you wonder what that does in the SEC, but they have a gimme win coming up this weekend, and they'll be 2-0. So, big win for Auburn there against Baylor. They had to have that.
Yes.
They had to have. There's no question. 38-24 was the final there. 615-737-1045. Let's go to Tristan in Brentwood. Tristan, I ran into a guy that you played football with at Ravenwood. Do I get this correct?
Which person?
I forget, honestly. That's bad on me. But he was like 6'8", like 300 pounds, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He played at Cumberland. He played at Cumberland.
Judson or Logan, yes.
Tristan, I didn't know you played football.
Here's the deal. I played 8-man football and then 11-man football. I transferred to Ravenwood junior and senior year. And the defense hit so hard, so I decided to go play backup on the offensive line because they did hit so hard, and I was the tackling dummy and stuff.
I love it, Tristan. Well, he said that number one, that you are well loved at Ravenwood, and he said that you had a sack on your last play. Is that true?
Kind of. I almost got a strip fumble on one of the games.
How about you? Look at you, Tristan.
Aw, good job, Tristan.
Okay. I think it's Shane Beamer's last year at South Carolina. I think he's going to Virginia Tech.
What?
Because I think about it. He's from Virginia Tech.
I think that's a step down from what they building, man.
That's a huge step down. Nah. He's an SEC guy.
It would be a step up just because of the how big Virginia Tech is.
No, it's ACC, Tristan.
We'll agree to
Don't
disagree
you know
here.
SEC just means more?
Okay.
You know that, Tristan. Come on.
You won.
Texas Tech is doing well. Yep. Illinois, Penn State will be in the championship game and a Big 12 team. And I think Penn State wins it all.
Okay.
Thanks, Tristan. Appreciate you, buddy.
We'll see, because James Franklin has not been able to win it all.
How about that? He didn't even want us to shout him out.
I know. He's like, all right, enough about me.
By the way, this will be Shane Beamer's last season at South Carolina. I was like, wow.
Like, I played those years already.
Like, T-Man in the chat said Tristan ain't about that limelight.
No, it's too real.
615-737-1045. Mac in Spring Hill. Mac, what's up?
Brett Doherty.
What up, Mac?
I'm switching to my Muhammad Ali voice right now. Brett, you told me last week that Bama was going to roll into Tallahassee.
I did, but
You was wrong. They didn't even score 3 touchdowns. They didn't even get to 20.
Mac, I was thinking about you during that game because it was pretty obvious pretty early that Florida State was the better team, the better coached team, and they dominated that game. Yep, I was way wrong on that one. You were right, Mac. Congrats on that win.
And if anything, Corso picked us, so I already had a feeling the Gus Bus was going to roll through the Tide once again.
Gus looked great, didn't he? Like, he looked so happy on the sideline the whole game.
Yeah, and Baptist, thank you for your vote of confidence last week for us to take down the Tide. Slade, even though you did pick against us, we did get a little bit of the orange mojo from you and everything. So I want to say thank you, and you're welcome because we beat the Tide. Because we was too pretty. I'm telling you. We going to take down Clemson. I'm glad to see LSU whoop them. I'm not an ACC guy. I don't go for all the teams in my conference. I was disappointed in Notre Dame for letting the Canes win last night, but they have no offense. But, yes, it was a glorious day down in Tallahassee. We rolled the Tide, and they going all the way back to Tuscaloosa.
Love it, Mac. Thank you. Right. Congrats on the win, man. 615-737-1045.
Mac did.
I was way wrong on that. I didn't just think Alabama would win. I thought they would roll them.
Yeah.
No, but that's what this is. See,
Isn't it crazy how you can change so drastically year to year?
No. I was just going to say with the portal, we had no idea what FSU was going to be.
Nope.
You had no idea what Castellanos was going to be.
Shout out him for backing up what he said.
By the way,
that was big boy play right there, man.
A few months ago, for those that don't know, Florida State quarterback Thomas Castellanos said about Alabama, quote, "They don't have Nick Saban to save them. I just don't see them stopping me," end quote.
Yeah.
He said that a few months ago. Castellanos, 9 of 14, 152 yards, 16 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. He had 152 yards passing on 9 completions.
It looked good.
Crazy.
It looked good. Decision-making, everything. Decisive on what he was going to do.
Confident,
his guys running with him. Like, it was like, yeah, we here. And that's the funniest thing about it, no knock to Mac, his squad, that's not a raucous place to go play at. Mm-hmm. Florida State. Like, that's, yes, the tradition, the players and all that. It used to be, but, dog, that.
I mean, Ty Furman tells us
stadium, man.
On average, they get the least amount of
home field. Yeah, like you can feel
bettors.
You can feel
from
it.
Sports Gambler.
Like, even when they like it can be taken over. You know what I'm saying? But man, salute to them. They came out and played. That's the physicality that we ain't seen in quite some time from Florida State.
They did. They were bringing the heat against Ty Simpson too. And
Alabama. I'm just coming out of SEC, out of SEC Media Day. I was like, man, okay,
I thought
this is the turn. The discipline, all of that, like they're gonna be locked in. You win in the portal. You got Ryan Williams some help. You got Ty Simpson who like to spin it.
Remember we talked about Ryan Williams though? Like, he hadn't really done all that much since the first 4 games of his freshman season.
Nope.
And he still hasn't. You don't want to instant evaluate, but I think you can with Alabama. They're just okay.
Yeah, we just got a sample size.
They're just okay.
You got a sample size. You did in a sense you can. When was it that you went down there to watch
MTSU a couple
years ago? You said it coming back like, hey, y'all.
Sometimes you can tell against lesser opponent, but
that was national television, y'all. Everybody saw that.
They put that out there.
Come on, man.
They're 9-5 under Kalen DeBoer. 9-5.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but boy, it don't look good.
Brent, you mentioned Ryan Williams. This stat from Nick Kelly. Ryan Williams, 10 consecutive games without 100 yards receiving, 4 consecutive games without a touchdown. His last 100-yard game was against Georgia, where he had that ridiculous catch on the sideline. And then his last touchdown catch was versus Mercer of last year. He left the game with, I believe, a concussion.
He got knocked out.
Saturday against Florida State.
I still do think that he's a hell of a talent, though. Like,
no doubt. Yeah.
But
Squirrel White was down there doing his thing.
Man, I forgot all about that. Then I saw the bomb. I'm like, that's where Squirrel went. What the hell?
They had 3 starters from Tennessee on the Florida State team.
Hey, man.
He's 3-1 versus Alabama in his college football career.
Now, look at the plethora of talent we giving out at Tennessee. Hey, y'all take Squirrel. We'll be all right.
We'll get to the Vols. 615-737-1045 if you want in. 615-737-1045. I go back to Brad Powers, who worked with Todd on the Bet the Board podcast, and I was listening to him on Covers.com this morning. He was like, you don't want to rush to judgment on week one. He goes, but I will with Alabama. They're an 8-4 team.
Yeah.
He said if they win 9 games, they should be ecstatic.
Golly.
This is where we are.
That sounds a whole lot, man.
Potentially.
That shouldn't be said.
Potentially, this is where we are. Never know.
It's awesome.
It's 1 week.
It is.
It's good for college football.
It's great.
The ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
That's the one thing about the portal. I mean, just look at Florida State. They go from, they win 13 games, and then they win 2 games, and now they beat Alabama in the opener the next year. Insanity, man.
Yeah. What about the Pavia train?
Diego Pavia. You want to go to Vandy?
I would love to go to Vandy.
Let's go to Vandy. 615-737-1045. Vanderbilt pounds Charleston Southern 45-3. The only problem is they took him out too soon. We wanted him into the fourth quarter. They would have scored in the 60s. They'd have been fine.
We knew it. We knew it was going to happen.
Absolutely not. You guys are nuts. The only way you have any hope at a phenomenal season is if Diego is your quarterback. I'd have taken him out sooner.
I wanted to Busta Rhymes that thing. Give me some more.
Yeah. He could have been 30. He could have been 30 for 37 with 400-something yards.
He was 20 of 25, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 8 carries, 44 yards, so 319 total yardage for Pavia. Vanderbilt had 201 rush yards in that game. Tight end Eli Stowers, who is going to go in the first round, 4 receptions, 86 yards. Vandy plays at Virginia Tech Saturday at 6:30. Virginia Tech favored by 1.5.
What was it prior to the season?
I never saw a line on that game.
I can't remember either.
I think it was a lot larger.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think I read somewhere it was way bigger.
I didn't see it. FanDuel only did before the season. They would do all the big games, but they didn't include that one.
I can't.
Yeah, 1.5 at Virginia Tech.
You know who I'm taking?
Hell yeah!
You better believe it. Give me Vandy.
Listen, man.
Give me Vandy, dog. Especially after seeing what South Carolina did to them with an offensive line that wasn't all the way intact. That left side of South Carolina's offensive line, and they paid them people some money over there on that left side. Somebody need to be going to go get a little rebate or something next time they roll around, because that ain't what it's supposed to be for having a guy like Lenore Sellers back there. So if they can do that, the way Vandy play physical, I'm out here.
Did you see Pavia's brothers both got arrested?
Yeah, what was that about? What happened?
How did we get that? I just saw that
they got arrested.
Public intox.
Well, I mean.
I know, but then
we got to save it on Charleston Southern, though.
One of them, you got, come on, get it together. Get it together, Pavia.
Everybody can't be Alabama, man.
It's the first game.
Yeah, we're not celebrating that hard on this.
They were 37.5-point favorite.
Come on, you got to control yourself just a little bit, guys.
Just a little bit.
But I think I want to say one of them actually ended up. It was public intox and then plus assault on a law enforcement officer or something, and then trying to elude on top of it. But so one of those charges is a felony.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
That went poorly for you.
Yeah.
Where was Diego? Diego when all this was going on?
On the field.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it happened at the game.
Oh.
Playing the right way.
That was a night game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 6 o'clock. 615-737-1045. Butch in Nashville. Butch, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Happy Labor Day, Butch. What's happening?
Hey. Yeah, I was the one Wednesday that was at King's Bowling.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Butch. Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks for coming out.
Did you like your Vols?
Hell yeah.
We'll get there. It's just hanging on the vine right there. We'll get there.
I mean, Bab, I'm sorry that I had to show up in that Tennessee shirt. I know you didn't like it, but.
That's all right. I'm used to it around here. I'm used to it.
You told me to go
Butch, you were breaking up, man. What'd you say?
Because I'm delivering all packages, Amazon packages.
Butch works for Amazon. Yeah, Butch was playing golf on Friday. How'd you hit him?
I did okay. I mean, my dad beat me by 1, but I had 2 pars and a birdie, so I can't complain.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that all day long. I was going to say, like, I did all right. For me, it's like, 98.
Even 4 separate occasions.
We break 100.
If we can break 100
what?
on this show, we're good. We're happy.
We only played 9, but I have to say I did break 50, so I was in the 40s, so I can't complain.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Good
that's
job.
great.
Good job, Butch. They should give you a trophy over there.
By the way, I saw a video. I saw a video of an Amazon driver deliver a package at a police standoff. Like, there was a police standoff at the house, and the Amazon driver, somebody was videoing it.
That's
the Amazon driver
Hey.
walked straight up where the police were with their guns. And they were like, "What are you doing?"
Hey, man.
And he handed the package to him, then walked to the street, took a picture, and
'Cause you have
left.
to.
Yep.
And left.
Well, that's
Like,
a hell of a picture.
that is dedication right
Butch,
there.
are you that dedicated to your job?
Yeah, I did deliver yesterday to
Oh, we're losing Butch, man. Oh, dang.
What's going in the tunnel?
Butch, we're losing you. Bad cell service.
Yeah, appreciate him coming out.
I feel like that was going to be a good story. I did deliver during.
Yes.
During what?
Yeah. Like, what?
It probably was going to be a good story.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he was going to say that was me.
Dedication to your job, man. I love it.
Also, thanks to Stoney Keeley for sitting in Thursday. We had a lot of Titans talk with him. Nice of him to do that. And he does a lot of stuff with the station and football and other F words. And then Friday at Yazoo Brewing Company, fun day. We gave away a pair of season tickets to Tennessee football games.
Heard that.
And my man comes in and he goes, I live in White House. I was headed home. Heard y'all were out here in Madison. So I convinced my wife to turn around. We went, and it's like he had literally just told me that story, and then he won the season tickets. So appreciate Kevin Dyson, the good doctor, for coming out there, and Mark Mariani, who's blood in the water. He was debating LSU or Texas, and he went with Texas.
Did he?
Yep.
Come on,
I mean, he actually bet LSU and Texas, but he on the air he went with Texas.
He told me after the show, he said, I was going to go with LSU, but I saw Texas fans were in the house, and so I changed my pick.
Oh.
See,
Moonshine was good.
play to the crowd. Good job, Moonshine. Got to play to your wallet, Moonshine, not the crowd.
615-737-1045. We will get to Tennessee and Syracuse and our take there. Slay was there. Also, some of the local teams involved in football over the weekend. A big win over at TSU with an opening day win there in the John A. Mary Classic. And Austin Peay with a huge win at MTSU, and they had not beaten an FBS team since 1987. Austin Peay. So we'll talk about that. Tons to get to. 615-737-1045. Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Watch your games and make sure you snack the right way. We've already had one weekend, man. Did you take advantage of what I've been telling you to do? And that is to try Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. These are game-changer dips. And here's the thing, man. Guilty pleasures, we all have them. Eating dips with chips, wings, veggies while watching games all over the place. You need to get it done with Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. You can find them at any grocery store. These are delicious as homemade dip, and they are made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you don't find in your own kitchen. You can't have chips without dip. Having said that, choose the best dip. Daisy French Onion Dip is the best. It's so great and the perfect complement to all the games that you will be watching. Maybe you're going to have people over from time to time. You definitely need to be prepared, not just with the technology end of things, but also with the dippage. And you can do that with Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. Get it done. Daisy French Onion Dip at all grocery stores, any grocery store near you. Daisy French Onion Dip. 615-737-1045, 3HL, 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slade. Northwestern.
What'd they do?
Got housed by Tulane.
Eesh.
Northwestern denied Tulane's request to wear white Hurricane Katrina shirts.
Heard this right here, y'all. I heard that.
Hurricane Katrina was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Tulane ran them 23-3. Tulane coach John Sumrall after the game said this, quote, "When you disrespect the city of New Orleans, you're going to run into it. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but don't disrespect the city of New Orleans."
Voodoo. They got voodoo down there, y'all. And then what's the other drink that we had? Absinthe?
Absinthe.
They got that
Voodoo's
too.
the whole thing, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absinthe is, you just get fried.
Yeah, that's what they did to them. They fried them fast. Run into
Put it in the Gatorade.
Yeah, buddy. I went to city of New Orleans like that, man.
615-737-1045. So many storylines. We were talking about Arch Manning's struggles. 17-30, 170 yards and a touchdown. Texas, this was a defensive game. I'm definitely not giving up on him. I think he's going to be really good. But Texas, 236 total yards. Ohio State had just 203.
Yeah.
But they were able to win.
Right.
Texas's defense is legit.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ohio State.
Did you see his Heisman odds during the game?
No.
They were plummeting. Like at halftime, I think they had it went from plus 500 to plus 1,000 by halftime.
Yeah.
And then after the game, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what it's at now, but it was worse than that.
Stoney asked, we had Danny Cannell on Thursday.
This is what I've been waiting to ask. What was Danny's feelings going into that game against Bama?
Danny made the 3HL bingo card.
Did he? Oh, boy.
I'll wait till Babs re-enters. But Stoney asked Danny Cannell, he said, all right, is there going to be value on the Texas-Ohio State loser? Which I thought was an interesting point. Because obviously you can still make the play. There's no question.
No,
but your odds go way down. So is that the time to buy? Because, Todd's always talking about buying value. And Danny thought that was a good point. Their odds didn't go down all that much, though. Because they went from 4-1 to 7.5 to 1.
You still got all the pieces, though.
Danny Cannell said this on Thursday without Babs being here. I think this is a potential dumpster fire. I'm talking about Auburn.
Really?
I wonder if he still thinks that.
Maybe we should get him back on, Babs. Maybe we should get him back.
He probably doesn't care. He's probably just over the moon that FSU beat Alabama.
I know. Hey,
you know
FSU's
what? Back.
He's loving our Auburn throwaway, and Gus Mel's on right now.
Yes, he is.
615-737-1045.
Who, by the way, has Bama's number.
Yes, he does.
And he tweeted about
always has. Did he tweet about it? Oh, he's feeling himself.
Yes, he's
feeling
let me
himself.
find the tweet because it was hilarious.
Oh, Gus Bus.
He just kept walking out on the field in between possessions and stuff. He was having a big old time.
Supposed to.
I know he was having a big old time because he's a coordinator now. He doesn't have to worry about all the other stuff that goes with it.
You know what I mean?
Part of the problem. Yeah. Part of the problem they had with him at Auburn, too, from doing all the extra stuff with donors, alums, and getting along with them and all of that.
He can just be happy.
You got to get along with the Yellowwood guy.
So after the game, he tweeted, "Felt like old times tonight," and then put a spear emoji.
I love it. Gotcha. So is Gus Malzahn the Peter principle, where you get elevated higher than what your capacity is work-wise? So he's not a head coach, but he's one of the best offensive coordinators in football.
You need him.
I actually think he's okay as a head coach. It just has to be the
but
right
he's great
situation.
as an offensive coordinator.
Right. Well, and I don't know if you guys remember when he was at Auburn, and he, multiple times went back and forth to call in the plays and then relinquished it again, and then they sucked, and then he took it back over, and then they were great again. And then you remember the one season where they played in the Music City Bowl against, I think it was Purdue, and he took back over play calling duties for the bowl game, and then they put up 60 on Purdue, and I remember him saying then, why I'm never giving it up again. Why do I step away from what I am best at just because I'm a head coach? And it makes sense, but then he did step away from it again, and then they were terrible, and then that happened at UCF, and now he's back.
I know, right?
Geez.
Yeah. He's back as an OC, and what'd they do? 31.
Yeah. Emmett in the chat said Chip Kelly, same way.
That's another one.
You know what's interesting about Chip Kelly? Like, he was publicly self-aware. Remember when he got the Eagles job and he immediately won in the first season? And then they fell off the train.
Because he started trying to manage.
And he said, I didn't have a response for the response.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. Like, I didn't have the counterpunch to the counterpunch. So they figured him out, and he didn't have a counterpunch. And I thought that was interesting. Then he goes to UCLA. And
I would argue with Chip. Chip, what you did was dumb. You got rid of your guys that tilt the scale. Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy, all these players. Like, what are you talking about, Chip? You just dumb. You thought it's you always making the games be won. It was the players.
I always had so much respect for Deshaun Jackson. Everybody does, right? Like, you watch that guy play. And then I met him. Mm-hmm. Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Because he comes in and does the TSU basketball game, from Marty's basketball game sometimes. He came in the studio. That is the smallest dude I've ever seen play football.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy dominates out there.
Mm-hmm. Great dude. I met him in Cali, man. I said I talked to him for a second.
Great dude. Cool. Yeah. Western Kentucky's 2-0 following a 55-6 win over North Alabama. Hilltoppers quarterback, you guys love this guy, Maverick McIver.
Hey, hell of a name.
I just love his name.
Yeah.
He did it again. 24 of 31, 305 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. On the year, it's actually McIvor, but we like to say McIver. Mm-hmm. Is completing 70% of his passes, 353 yards per game. He's got 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. Western Kentucky plays at Toledo at 6 o'clock, and they are an underdog in that game. So we'll see what happens there. TSU beat North Carolina A&T 24-21 Saturday at Nissan Stadium. The Aggies missed a 38-yard field goal with 6 seconds left to secure the victory for TSU. Senior running back Kendrick Grimes carried the ball 21 times for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. The TD runs were 60 and 51. Jeez. Broke them off something. TSU coach Reggie Barlow gets his first win in his first game, and it comes in the John A. Merritt Classic.
Big.
TSU hosts North Dakota State Saturday at 1:30 at Nissan Stadium. The Bison shut out Citadel in Week 1, 38-0. That will be a challenge for them, but congrats on the win there. Big one. Austin Peay, another big win here. Austin Peay jumped out early on MTSU, building a 21-0 second quarter lead. The Governors never looked back, winning 34-14 in Murfreesboro. This was Austin Peay's first win over an FBS team since 1987. MTSU quarterback Nick Vadiato threw 2 touchdown passes. And long snapper Connor Doherty made his first collegiate start for the Blue Raiders.
Oh, congrats,
and
dog.
Snapped the ball perfectly. 8 punts, 2 extra points. Congrats, Connor. Happy for him. Proud of him. That part was great. MTSU plays at Wisconsin Saturday at 3 on FS1. Austin Peay plays at Georgia Saturday at 2:30. No point spreads on those games as of yet. 615-737-1045 is the number, at 3HL1045 on Twitter.
You get one more shout out?
Shout out, presented by your mom and them.
Man, we got to give one to the local phenom. I'm going to go and jump out there and say that because we watched him last year and he started to peak and it was like, let's just wait. Marcel Reed.
Yeah.
Marcel.
Hey, going to be something to reckon with down there, man.
I kept thinking, we've talked about it, that people were sleeping on him in the preseason. Marcel Reed, 22 of 34, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 8 carries, 39 yards, so 328 yards of total offense. Texas A&M beat UTSA 42-20.
And he got weapons.
Why is he not getting more love?
I don't know. I think it's the coach. I think it's the coach.
You think it's Elko?
Yeah, I think it could because he downplayed. Like, you never see him thrust any of his players up on the platform. He goes out. And you watch it on the SEC.
Yeah.
The thing.
Any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday.
The thing. Come on.
Like, if you see how he did it when they all walked out, he leads the players. He didn't, like, you could have easily sent somebody out there to go speak. He speaks all the time for the players. They're one voice. They move as a unit. And he shields them from everything. So I think that's, and we wasn't used to that with Jimbo being there. Jimbo, it was the players run team. This is a coach ran team, but the players
you could understand Jimbo because he talks so fast.
That too. But man, that man got some weapons down there, man.
Yeah.
They quietly went and put a wide receiver room around. Sheesh. Concepcion, man. We knew he was called to NC State, but him down there and the dude Craver.
Concepcion we saw.
Man, he got some weapons, dog, and he putting that thing now. So that was my walkaway, man. There was some young quarterbacks that emerged that wasn't on the big board.
Yeah.
Whew. some people to watch, man.
We'll talk about some of the SEC highlights when we come back. Also, we'll get into Tennessee's win over Syracuse. Again, Mike Keith coming up at 4:20. We'll be right back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Looking for office space that matches the level of your business? eSpaces. They just opened 2 more premier locations, Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park. That gives them 15. And there is one near you. Check them out. eSpaces.com is the website. You can find one that is close to you and have meetings there that is centrally located for anybody that needs to be involved with that meeting. Designed for professionals, teams, and entrepreneurs, eSpaces offers private offices, meeting rooms, and team suites, and beautifully designed move-in ready office space with 24/7 access and monthly flexibility. Discover why more businesses are choosing eSpaces. eSpaces.com, redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. Private offices, as I said, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped. 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. If you need something short-term, if you need something long-term, maybe you're having trouble working out of the house, eSpaces, perfect. eSpaces.com is the website. Again, that's eSpaces.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Down Studios. It's Titans game week. The team back on the practice field today as they get ready for their week 1 matchup with Denver. J.C. Latham returned to practice after missing last week. T'Vondre Sweat, Kevin Winston Jr., Clell Mullins, L'Jarius Sneed, and Lloyd Cushenberry were all full go as well. College football news today. Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel announced that defensive lineman Jackson Moy and cornerback Ricky Gibson Jr. are expected to miss the game versus ETSU, and that Gibson will be out for an extended period of time. Also, Vols redshirt sophomore cornerback Colton Hood was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week after his performance on Saturday, which included a scoop and score touchdown. And Vols redshirt freshman wide receiver Braylon Staley named the SEC Freshman of the Week after his 4-catch, 95-yard performance that included the 73-yard touchdown catch. Bill Belichick era of North Carolina football kicks off tonight as the Tar Heels host TCU in Chapel Hill. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock on ESPN. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful Labor Day in the Music City. We have a lot of college football to talk about, things that happened over the weekend. We'll also get into the Titans-Broncos matchup as it is game week now. Speaking of Titans transactions, tight end Drake Dabney was signed to the practice squad. Defensive back Kendall Brooks was released from the practice squad. Also Tuesday, tomorrow, we will be broadcasting live from the block party at Titans House. The new Nissan Stadium Sales Center celebrates its opening to the general public. Titans House is located at 601 Taylor Place, Suite 215, which is in Germantown. The block party will feature food, drinks, music, and special guests throughout the day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now that all current season ticket members have had the opportunity to purchase PSLs in the new Nissan Stadium, new stadium sales are open to the general public, newnissanstadium.com, but all the Zone shows will be out there tomorrow. 615-737-1045. Babsy is here.
What up?
What up, Babsy?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy War Damn Monday.
She's wearing the War Damn Eagle t-shirt.
It says War Eagle Auburn.
Auburn ran past Baylor 38-24 in Waco, Texas. WDE carried the ball 54 times for 307 yards and 4 touchdowns. Quarterback Jackson Arnold, 11 of 17, 108 yards. No touchdowns, no picks, but he took care of the ball and ran it well. 16 carries, 137 yards for Jackson Arnold, 2 touchdowns. They look good on the ground, got a huge win. Going to have to find the passing game, but you'd rather do that in a win than a loss.
Yeah.
That was a big one. A lot of people were doubting Auburn going into that game.
Apparently, their backup quarterback, I'm blanking on his name. Anyways, he had told Hugh Freeze to let Jackson Arnold run it on that fourth down that he ended up scoring the touchdown on. And I saw a tweet that said, "So I guess we know who the fourth down play caller is."
Oh boy,
Zeph's got jokes. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I don't know what happened to my UT shaker that we used to have in there.
Somebody take your shaker?
Don't worry. I'll be up there this weekend. Bring one back.
East Tennessee State. By the way, the new head coach of East Tennessee State, Will Healy, will join us Thursday. To talk about the matchup with Tennessee. East Tennessee State won their first game under Healy against Murray State over the weekend. So we'll do that. Tennessee runs past Syracuse, 45-26 in Atlanta. Vols ran the ball 39 times for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns. The combo of Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas, and Peyton Lewis, we told y'all before the season.
It's a nice room.
We kept hearing they love that running back room, despite losing all that production last year. The combination of those guys, Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas, who transferred in from Duke, and Peyton Lewis, 31 carries, 212 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Bishop averaged 7.5 yards per carry. Star Thomas, 7.7.
Yeah. Who do you think is the one that has that pull-away breakaway speed? Star?
That's a good question.
Because I like Bishop. Bishop got more wiggle and vision. It's like, but Star, man, if he see a gap,
the hole.
Yeah,
like he
out of
his
here.
hair's on fire.
Yeah, he out of here. He out of here.
He can catch the ball out of the backfield, too.
Yeah.
Bishop did get caught from behind a couple times. Now, that was after he broke a couple tackles,
Right.
too.
The spin moves and all that came with it. So
that room just complements each other so well, all three guys.
Balanced offense, 248 on the ground, 247 through the air. 14 freshmen played in that game. One red flag. They gave up 3 fourth-down conversions on defense.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that game.
That shouldn't have been converted. Boo Carter. Let's get our little instincts back together. Get to knock the rust off because that was a sack. They shouldn't have had a first down.
Yep.
He also, on that 4th and 10 earlier in the game where they scored, or they didn't score, they got 30 yards on that pass over the middle. He hesitated on the guy, and the guy he was covering was the one who ended up catching it, and he hesitated to let him get behind him.
Yeah. Savage said Dwayne Moore is the guy with that breakaway.
He does have speed. He's right about that. Good call, Savage. Great job, too, Savage. You're getting lots of praise earlier when we mentioned the...
we don't keep on giving him no round of applause. We did that in the morning, man. Come on, man.
Well, I wasn't there for the morning.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a little bit then. No, he did a great job, man.
I mean, that's a historic thing there, Vol Network. He's a member of an exclusive little family there of broadcasters.
Yes, he is.
Florida beat Long Island 55-0. Y'all shocked by that? Long Island was Division III school until, I think 2019.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had a team.
I didn't even know Florida had a game.
I had never heard of Long Island.
You want the stats from this?
Do we? That's the question, do we?
Do they even...
It's incredible. Not Florida stats. That's fine. DJ Lagway, 15-18, 123 touchdowns. He got out of there. But Long Island's offense, they were 4 of 11 in the pass game for 49 yards. 49. They had 31 carries for 38 yards rushing.
Man, come on.
So 42 plays, 87 yards.
What are we doing?
Poor Long Island.
Everybody got to play in this game.
They got a cool logo, though. That little shark.
They got, you know what they got? They got a cool payout that's going to help take care of their program.
Missouri beat Central Arkansas 61-6. Bo Prabula 23 of 28, 283 through the air, 2 touchdowns. Marcus Johnson 5 for 134 as a wide receiver, 1 touchdown there. They get Kansas this weekend. Missouri a 6.5-point favorite in that game. So we'll pay attention to that one. Ole Miss and Kentucky also play this weekend.
Kentucky, man.
I turned that thing on. It was a one-score.
Nobody.
It was a one-score game in the fourth quarter, and then they had a guy break a 79-yard touchdown run, and then they still gave up another touchdown, so they didn't cover.
Yeah, Toledo covered. Good for them.
Man,
no, they can't wait
I was a little worried for Stoops that Toledo might beat them.
Boy,
if they would have, that might have done it.
Ooh.
I mean, that close to the Texas A&M job.
Even with $40 million.
I don't think people care anymore.
You know what I looked up though, because we were chatting about it, because we had said there's no way that buyout is accurate or true.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
And on top of it,
it's like 36.
It has to be paid out in 60 days.
Damn.
Oh,
so 60 days from termination, you have to there's no long-term pay plan there.
Yeah,
it has to be paid out in 60 days.
That'll hurt the bank account a little bit.
So when Dude rips that run in the fourth quarter with 7.5 to go, Stoops like, damn. I mean, good.
Yeah. Now somebody pulling a bourbon barrel out the attic or something because they was going to break it open.
40
get this 36, 40 million about here.
In 60 days.
Speaking of buyouts, I saw Alabama fans going after Kalen DeBoer's buyout, $70 million.
Yeah.
You think Alabama won't pay that right
14
now? 14 games in, and they want to pay that $70 million buyout already.
I had a friend of mine text me that's an Alabama fan. He goes, we'll be lucky to get to 8-4. I think we have our Jeremy Pruitt. I was like, whoa. I mean, Kalen DeBoer's done a lot more than Jeremy Pruitt before he got to Alabama, but
that's
I get
tough, man.
Now,
but this is where they are.
Sometimes I do like to surf maybe fan message boards for
especially when
schools.
It's Alabama after they lose a bad game.
Perhaps. Meltdown, y'all.
I mean,
meltdown. Now there's stuff out there of big time donors that have told somebody that there's no discipline on this team, that there were players out and about the night before the game until 1:00 in the morning, that they're ordering, food and DoorDash at 2 a.m. from the hotel. There's no rules. Like it's just a disaster, which would surprise me because I feel like Kalen DeBoer is very, here's how we run the program. This is what we do. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you're recruiting different caliber talent too.
You know what, though, Babs?
At that school than you did at Washington.
Very true. And this is going to be my last time saying something about it. Then I'm just sit back with my popcorn and watch it, burn and everybody run around in misery and hair on fire, people streaking across the street because they don't know what to do with their clothes no more. But this is what I'm telling y'all. This is just how good y'all had it, Bama. That we tried to tell y'all this is not what football teams and programs look like. What Saban had y'all under was that was the best thing since sliced bread. Like, this just don't happen. It don't come around like that. And y'all thought this was really how life was.
So, did y'all know?
Welcome to college football. The real college football. That was a facade for all them years. Like, you were lucky. Told you, embrace it, understand it, but man, welcome back. We play football on earth down here. Y'all wasn't playing football up on earth. That wasn't earth where you at. This is earth. This is what happens. You go through changes.
Saban was that
Paul
good.
Feinbaum?
No, what?
He was on Get Up this morning and was like, go get Saban off the desk. Tell him he's done with College Game Day. Bring him back. Give him whatever he wants. Make it happen.
Castellano said it, man.
I'm like, Saban ain't walking through that door.
He said he can't save you.
So,
he cannot come save you guys.
You got something on the discipline of Alabama?
Yeah, so this is I was shocked when I read this. Alabama has not played a game under Kalen DeBoer where they have had fewer penalties than their opponent.
Wow.
In 14 games, they have had more penalties than their opponent in every single game.
So they're 9-5. Cousin Roger, I haven't looked this up. I think Suck It Nerd is actually Cousin Roger.
Yeah, it's Cousin Roger.
Yeah, 4 losses to unranked teams in those 14 games.
It took Nick Saban over 270 games to get 4 ranked losses.
So he's 9-5.
Or unranked losses, sorry.
He's 9-5. In the 36 games prior to DeBoer, Bama was 31-5.
Y'all thought he was just going to get on that bike and ride out and still make the sound that Debo made on Friday with his bike.
I used to put a baseball card in the spokes.
Nobody hears the Jaws soundtrack playing no more when Alabama's coming to their city. It's like nobody cares, dog. People are welcoming you to the city. You don't have that 5'7" guy with the hat is straight coming through no more with y'all with his polo on. And Miss Terry ain't coming either, y'all. And maybe y'all think y'all can get Miss Terry to come over there and cook a couple meals and maybe to get y'all back on track. It's not happening either. It's over. Alabama's done. Bye. Bye.
Done?
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Welcome to 8 wins, 9 wins. That's the pinnacle. Your little 5 stars, they're leaving. It's one at Ohio State, ain't it?
Caleb Downs.
Okay, all right. Could you ever imagine that with Saban and him not reload? Now they got to do, they keep highlighting number 18 running around in a circle, then chasing the guy with half-ass effort. Come on, man. All I'm doing is telling you what I see. That's all I see.
Running around in a circle?
He ran around in a circle
like
before.
Like the one-eyed groundhog at Babs' place?
I'm sitting there. Dan Orlovsky, he highlighted it. He ran around in a circle and said Saban would have cut this man at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Manziel
ran like he had a knee replacement.
Went on Club Shay Shay.
Maybe he had an inner ear infection, Slay.
What is Club Shay Shay?
It's Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco's podcast.
I didn't know they called it Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, it's Club Shay Shay. He went on there and he goes, back when I was playing, everyone feared Alabama. You felt fear playing Alabama. You don't fear Alabama now. Nobody fears Alabama now.
Florida State sure didn't.
Castellano, we don't even know him.
That first drive, they were bringing like 9 dudes. Here you go.
Castellano couldn't even win his starting job at his other school.
At Boston College.
He told them people we coming in here for them.
I'm also going to point out that Gus Malzahn offense makes it easier for a quarterback, man.
Well, and he had
and
Castellanos
the ability to run the football
at Central Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw half-ass effort from Alabama.
The voice of the Vols, Mike Keith, will join us next for his weekly visit. We'll talk about Tennessee Syracuse next. 3HL.
Want to tell you about my friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Sometimes it's time to upgrade the things in your home. And as a customer of Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, I would highly recommend them for you. And here's the deal. I was a customer of theirs before I even talked about them on the radio, and they are amazing to work with. Product, obviously lifetime warranties on all of their things, and then on top of it, a 10-year labor warranty, which is the leading in the industry. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, the absolute best. You can either stop by one of their showrooms in Franklin at 277 Mallory Station Road, or in Hendersonville at 256 East Main Street on the corner of East Main and Indian Lake Boulevard. Those are their showrooms, but the easiest way to schedule a free consultation is to do it online and ask about their Dawn deal. No interest, no promo, payments due if paid in full within 24 months, and 50% off qualifying installations. Go ahead and schedule that free consultation. They'll help you out. You can see what you like about them and check out that Dawn deal, the limited time special offer every single month. PellaNashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Sopranos theme song means it's time for the voice of the Vols, Mike Keith. Mike, what's up? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm actually inside the press box at Neyland Stadium right now. So,
wow.
Oh.
Yeah, getting an early jump on this thing.
Home opener coming up this weekend. We'll talk about it. East Tennessee State. Will Healy, the coach there now, and we will definitely get into that. But let's talk about Tennessee and Syracuse. And before we do that, how did it feel, Mike, to turn that mic on for the Vol Network?
It was surreal. I think that's the best way to describe it. It was not something I ever expected to have the chance to do. I didn't expect that they would ever ask me, and I didn't think the timing would work out, that, you know, we could make a move as monumental as the one was for us. We were so established there, you know, as a family, and with everything, you know, growing up in Franklin, being from Franklin. And so it really didn't start to hit fully until Saturday morning. And then as it got closer to kickoff and when the Pride of the Southland band came out on the field, it was really a unique feeling. And the number one, I guess, sense that I had was just gratitude that could actually happen to me and for me in that way. And we're just very thankful to get the shot. And hopefully we gave it our all, and we had a little fun, and we'll come back and do it again this week.
Well, it was so good to hear you say this on the Vol Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening around the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Oh, that just sounded right.
It sounds right. That's what I told Mike. It sounds like home. I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, you guys, you and Ramon and Jason Swain and Brent Hubbs did a great job, and all the people that helped put that game on and will be doing the Vol Network duties throughout the season. Did a great job, man, and congrats on that. And I'm glad we're on into the season now, and I know you guys have spent so much work from behind the scenes, from building a box and all these things to be able to do these broadcasts is a lot of work, and I know you have a lot of great people around you that you trust.
I do, and I'm very fortunate because there were a lot of people who shared the vision, and that was something that we couldn't have done unless several people had made the decision that they wanted to be a part of this, and Larry Stone was certainly a big one. Larry Stone's the guy who put together the Oilers radio network, which became Titans Radio. And he decided he wanted to, come see if he could do it. I had to work hard. That was the best recruiting pitch of the offseason, is I had to really work him hard, because for people who don't know, after he left Titans Radio, and he left because he bought radio stations in Cookeville. He owns 8 stations in Cookeville, and so he just couldn't do the Titans anymore. And now he's owned them for 12 years, and he's got them up and running, and he's a mogul. And so I said, let's go do this thing. And it took me about 3 months to convince him, because he knows so much more about the technical part of putting a broadcast together. And Brad Willis and Philip Noel are people who decided that they wanted to come be a part of this too. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey for everything that we've tried to do. It certainly sounds somewhat different in terms of how we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was a commitment from a lot of people, and I wouldn't have done it had those people not said, I'll go do it.
Mike Keith, voice of the Vols, with us. Thanks to our friends at Volunteer Traditions for making this segment happen. Tennessee runs past Syracuse, Mike, 45-26 in Atlanta. Balance, 248 rush yards, 247 pass yards. What was your big picture takeaway of the offense?
Took care of business, stayed on schedule. I thought did so many things well. The missed passes, either because they were overthrows or because there were drops, that's playing ball. That's part of the game. There were some missed blocks at different points. That's okay. That happens. But what they did really well is they kept going forward all the time. When it didn't work, they didn't turn the ball over 5 times. They just punted. and they punted well. They played special teams well. And so for that reason, I think the offense was very, very effective against a Syracuse unit that isn't there yet. I think that's going to end up being a pretty good team. But they had so much new. That was a very difficult challenge for them. And Tennessee didn't ever let it become a ball game. They never and Syracuse didn't quit.
No.
You know, they stayed at it. You know, they got down 24 points in the third quarter and they kept coming. And yet Tennessee offensively did the things that they needed to do, scored touchdowns in the red zone. I think overall a really good performance by Joey Aguilar to come in and settle down everything with Tennessee offensively the way he did.
You know, I think it stood out, Mike, too, about how much pace they ran that offense with. We hadn't seen that in a few years.
Well, that's having a 24-year-old quarterback, right? You know, that's having a guy who understands how to do the job. And that's what he gave them when Iamaleava left or wasn't invited back, or however you want to put it, when it was obvious he wasn't coming back. It put Tennessee in a pickle because they didn't have a veteran on that roster. Gaston Moore had left. You know, he was a guy that had played a lot of football in this system. Everybody was young. Merklinger's young. McIntyre's young. Both are good players. But you really wanted for this offense with the line where it is and how young the receivers are, you really wanted them to be able to have somebody who could be in command. And going out and finding this guy was a really good thing for Tennessee. Again, I'm not sure how the year's going to turn out. I don't know what the offense is going to look like when they're in the SEC in the throes of it. And I understand Syracuse is not great on defense right now, but I think the main thing that you had to go out and do in this game is do what you do and, you know, let the chips fall where they may. And Tennessee did what it does very well, going fast, being able to run the ball, being able to throw, setting up some screens, actually hitting a deep ball.
Man.
The way you know, all of those.
Can you tell us Slay was excited?
Waiting on that one.
Slay and I texted about that. They hit a deep ball.
Waiting on that one.
That was certainly missing. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally missing, Dawn. I mean, this offense, for it to function properly, has to have that element.
Yeah.
And, you know, they did it out of two tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and they beat a corner who's 17 years old, who's going to be one of the better players in the country in time. You know, when he's allowed to vote, he'll be a really good player. But they put a move on him, and Staley really ran a great route. The ball was thrown to the proper place, but there was protection too.
Yes.
He could step in. He could step into the throw. All of the elements last year were lacking in the deep ball game for Tennessee because the route running wasn't fantastic. There wasn't a lot of separation. Protection wasn't always fantastic. I don't think Nico threw a very good deep ball last year. It seemed like he either threw it way too far or short, and some guys have a feel for that. And again, listen, I'm not trying to say Joey Aguilar is Dan Marino. That's not what I'm saying. But I think just from the execution standpoint, he understands what Heupel wants. And that understanding gives him the ability to try to execute it the way he knows how. And I think that gives him a shot. The other thing, too, is I think they got backs. I think all three of those backs are good players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you keep those guys fresh. Mike, watching it in the stands and listening to you guys, when the ball was let go and you saw Staley running down the field, I was holding my breath while listening to you guys, and you handled it perfectly. Like, okay, he's about to connect on this. Let me set this up the correct way. While us in the stands were gripping each other's arms and shirts like, hold on, this the one. Come on. And he hit it, and it was like, yes. Like, we're back. Who got Hendon Hooker out there? Like, it was like it's been a minute.
I blew it on that. I made a sincere mistake in big time because I should have never said ever. He's there. The ball's that you you got to wait a little bit longer than what I did. And I was afraid almost that I had jinxed it. Because when you see a guy run, it's like what happened on the Brazil slant that he dropped.
Yes, he was gone.
There was nobody there.
Yep.
Ramon and I looked at each other and we saw the replay and we were like, "You've got to be kidding!" I mean, there was nobody back there. He catches that slant. He's still running. He's in Chattanooga by now. Yeah. I mean, it was. You have to take your time when you do what we do, and I get way ahead of myself sometimes. So better to be lucky than good.
But guess what, Mike? I'm saying that to say. More so, those were the things that we watched over the last 2 years, especially last year coming out of Nico's era, where we would be sitting and holding your breath. Like, if you're seeing it from the field, from the stands, it's got to be something instinctively that kicks in and says, all right, these are the plays you got to connect on that can flip the game, like 100%. That deep ball. The other one was also the setup and the patience, knowing to get those screens. And then the last one was also, it was so many times last year that ball would go in the belly of the running back and we would see the DN crash down. And then safety started to crash down and they would never pull it. Joey was able to pull it and get out there on the edge and get yards and get down, man. Like that. Those were the things that I thought that were most impressive as far as it's a sample size, of course, and who you were playing. But those are things we ain't been able to see in a year or two.
Well,
even with Joe Milton.
That's right. And that's the difference. I mean, that was one thing Hendon Hooker did so well at Tennessee is he executed the position so well. His ball fakes were good. He knew when to pull it. He had a really good sense about running because Hendon's a football player. Hendon's an athlete. He's not just a quarterback. That's what Aguilar is. Yeah. He played other positions before he played quarterback, and the touchdown pass to Star Thomas was a great illustration of that. Right. And that was just a backyard play. Star knew, go find some open space, and Joey threw him open, and then Star made an outstanding catch. In the SEC, you've got to do that some. Because there's so many good athletes all over the place. At a certain point, somebody's just got to make a play. And, Iamaleava took so much grief for running out of bounds at Arkansas last year on the last play. Joe Milton took grief back in, I guess it was 21 when he ran out of bounds against Ole Miss at the end of the game. And I'm not meaning to get on anybody's case. I'm saying there's just a difference in awareness of somebody who's a football player playing quarterback than somebody who's just always been a quarterback. And I think Hendon Hooker's that kind of guy. I think Joey Aguilar is that kind of guy too. And that could produce some results. Now, in fairness to Iamaleava, what would he have looked like this year at Tennessee in all these things with more experience in the same offense? Maybe he looks better. Maybe he has a different feel and a different flow, but that's where having a 24-year-old quarterback who's played a lot of ball the last couple of years helps a lot.
Yeah. You go ahead, Babs.
I'm just curious, Mike, where do you, in watching that game and in going back and seeing what they did well, where do you feel like maybe the most concerns are kind of moving forward? Obviously, with a Georgia game staring them in week 3.
Well, I mean, you hope David Sanders is back this week to play right tackle.
Yeah, that was something.
And that happened literally. We got word at 11 a.m. Eastern, 1 hour before the game. We did the Volunteer Game Day TV show, and they had already started the coverage on the Ball Network as well. And we were both talking about David Sanders playing because we were under the impression he was playing. He was scratched. He was literally scratched Saturday morning.
Oh, wow.
So that was not something anybody anticipated, and yet they just went right on. They had practiced with that lineup. I mean, Sham Umarov was going to play left guard, and they were going to move Wendell Moy to right guard and kick Jesse Perry out to right tackle. They were going to do that at some point in the game, and they had to do it, for the majority of the game, and they did well. But having David Sanders back this week, so his first game is not Georgia, would be really, really good. I think the offensive line still got to come together. Still want to see more out of the receivers, Dawn. Staley did a nice job. Mike Matthews, you just feel like he's so close. It's just there. And then overall, too, on defense, I think you've got to see them in big situations get off the field. You worry about some of the depth in the defensive line with the announcement that Jackson Moy is out for this week, and you hope he can get back soon. You hope some of the other guys aren't too banged up, and then Ricky Gibson being out in the secondary for multiple weeks, not knowing when Jermod McCoy is going to make his return. That has you concerned.
Right.
I mean, there's just no doubt about it, because in this situation, your best option may be to play the freshman Ty Redmond, and that's not generally the best option playing against the Georgia Bulldogs, but that's where if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be.
I'm glad you mentioned him. Ty Redmond, this from Brent Hubbs and the VolQuest guys, graded out the highest of any defender for Tennessee, according to PFF, and played 60 snaps as a freshman in that game.
He's been a stud since he got here. He's a 3-star guy. They beat North Carolina State for him. And he was a guy that they felt like had that the staff felt like had traits to be in an established defense. That's one of the most important things about where Tennessee is right now is their coach is in his 5th year. His staff is in his 5th year. The recruiting bunch that they've got are in their 5th year. They not only are getting better players, they're getting more 5-stars and more 4-stars and things of that sort, but they also know that there are certain players who have traits that really fit them. Ty Redmond fits what they do at corner. And, he's been a fit since he got here. I mean, Tim Merritt is a player that fits in the secondary. Sidney Walton is a player that fits in the secondary. They have 3 or 4 freshmen at the linebacker position who fit. Some of them were wildly recruited, and we all stayed up late to see if they were going to put on the Tennessee hat. And then other guys, they committed, and you're like, great, I guess, But I think that's one of the keys. Talent evaluation for what your program is one of the most underrated keys anywhere in football, but especially in a conference like the SEC, because every one of your players is not going to be a 5-star. He's just not. And you've got to have some guys who do the work, and then you've also got to have players that you want to develop, and they've done that a good bit on defense too. The majority of the defense are recruited players, not transfer players.
Mike Keith with us on 3HL. You guys mentioned the running backs. Let's hit on that a little bit. That combo of Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas, and Peyton Lewis, Mike, combined 31 carries, 212 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Also had a touchdown reception from the running back group. They really showed up.
They very much showed up. Peyton Lewis didn't have as many chances just due to the situations that came up. He did just fine. He rushed 8 times for 38 yards. But Star Thomas, when we saw him in the spring, Brent, you kind of thought, well, I mean, he's the number 3 for sure. And now you're like, is he?
Right.
Deshaun Bishop has been leading that group because he just won't go away. And then Peyton Lewis is the one with just oodles of talent. I mean, he's just a really special player. But they all know what to do in this offense. They know how they're supposed to hit it. They're better receivers than probably some that Tennessee that has been able to put on the field in recent years. For all Dylan Sampson did last year, and super player, one of the big questions about him entering the NFL was, what does he look like in the pass game? Because people didn't see him do anything at Tennessee in the pass game. Well, Bishop, 2 catches for 44 yards. Star Thomas with the touchdown catch. You can start to see how they're going to help Joey Aguilar by using the backs in the passing game. The other thing all 3 did well from my watch was all did well in pass pro. And being able to pass protect is a big factor that sometimes gets left out. So that means they can be on the field all 3 downs.
I remember when Mark Levine from Skyline High School in Dallas started against Florida instead of Jamal Lewis, the true freshman, because of that pass pro. Now, that quickly changed.
Yeah, that wasn't a great move.
He was 5'9".
I was there for that. Mark Levine, good player.
Yeah.
Not Jamal Lewis. Yeah, that was not the right move.
Mike, is it an update on Arian Carter? Was he just cramps, hydration problems? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, he kept coming back in.
That's what I was told. I mean, he missed almost a whole quarter of action, still led the team in tackles. Arian Carter is going to be
monster,
a star.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the it factor. He's everywhere he needs to be. He comes with bad intentions. He's a running back style athlete. That's what he was at Smyrna before he became the heavily recruited linebacker his senior year. He's that type of player, and they've got some guys like that. I mean, Spillman from Lipscomb Academy is all of that and maybe more. T-Lander is a much better overall player than I think what he's given credit for. The interception he made was an incredibly athletic play.
Looked like Dale Jones at Alabama in '85.
Yeah. And they've got Burns, and they've got Perlotti, and they've got Harmon, and they've got Ames. There are some really talented players that they've gotten, and one of the things that Brent Hubbs pointed this out on our Sunday night show, Big Orange Rewind, they play them. You're going to play. You're going in the game. They are not holding you because you don't know the defense well enough. They want these guys to know the defense, and they want them to understand responsibility, but there is a sick'em factor to them because William Inge, the linebacker coach, believes the best way to learn is to go play and then go back to the drawing board, the film room after the game, and say, okay, now how do I stack this up? They did that with Arian Carter 2 years ago, and it's paying dividends now. They did it with T-Lander from the jump. Everybody's like, why are they playing this guy? It's like, because he can play. And you know, the thing about linebackers when you play the defensive line style they do is those guys have the ability to run and hit and make things happen. And when you have violent athletes who are truly athletes, they can make enough big plays that one mistake by reading a key improperly or running around one block or doing something wrong is not the end of the world.
Mike, before you leave, did you have to give your partner a brown paper bag to breathe into, Big Savage, or was everything okay as far as being excited and anxious up there in the booth with you?
We have oxygen for it.
Yes.
I was so proud of him and everybody. You know, Larry Stone called me last night. So proud of both he and Jason Swain. And, you know, to have two former captains on our broadcast is really something special. And, you know, one of the most heartening parts of this whole process has been over the last few months talking to a lot of the VFLs and having them say how excited they are about Ramon and Jason being part of the broadcast, just how proud that makes them because they are players from this era. They're players from this century. They played for Coach Fulmer. And so it's a bit of a new step for a lot of the younger guys, for guys who are under 60 maybe. These guys are more toward their contemporaries. So we're proud of all of them, and so many of them have done a great job. But, you know, even my friend Pat Ryan and other people who have done the job are proud of them as well. And that means a lot, I think, to everybody that they take such pride in it, that they're doing such a great job. And you hear that enthusiasm and that passion. And out of that role, I mean, the number one thing that we want, obviously, is analysis. But really, I want somebody who sounds like they're from Tennessee. And Ramon certainly does that well.
I love it. Let me see. Where did this go? Seth says, not a Vols fan, but turned it on. Him and Ramon killed it. So thank you, Seth. All right, Mike, weekly visits with us Mondays at 4:20 with Ramon and Will. Thursdays at 8:20. Tennessee and East Tennessee State going at it in Neyland Stadium, 2:30 Central Time. You can catch all the Vol Network coverage right here on 104.5 The Zone. Thank you, Mike.
Brought to you by Volunteer Traditions, by the way. You guys looking sharp in your shirts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, they are or I am? Well, you wouldn't know that.
Oh, you probably have that on too, huh?
You got one too, Mike.
There you go.
Well, I had to shoot a TV show today, so yes, I wear a lot of orange. You might notice that.
Don't make us zoom you in, man.
Yeah. In that big new studio you got up there, Mike. I saw it.
We're proud of that. We're proud of the new studio and all the stuff that we're doing. You got to come do your show up there sometime.
We'd love to. We would love to do that.
You are welcome. It is Vol Network station equipped, and so we'd love to have you come do the 3HL at the Neyland Thompson Football Complex in what we are calling the yet unnamed studio.
Your mom and him. That's who presents things that we don't have sponsors for, Mike. Your mom and him. Thank you, Mike. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, there he is. Mike Keith, voice of the Vols. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? This is the opportunity that you've been waiting on. Medical House Calls coming to your door. Healthcare designed for your life. 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Same-day appointments are available and next day guaranteed. All you got to do is dial this number up, 615-838-2375. I'm speaking from experience, coming off a long extended weekend. It felt like a week. Coming from vacationing on the sand and in the water to watching the Vols play over the weekend. You know what is needed, don't you? Yeah. That mobile IV therapy that they have, the best at getting you back to feeling yourself, from fighting the flu to performing enhancing cocktails. The nurses come to your door and administer IVs to help you get better. So you're feeling fatigue, persistent illness or injury, difficulty focusing, or being productive? Well, there's an IV therapy right there for you, athletic recovery included. All you got to do is call them at 615-838-2375. That's medicalhousecalls.com. Not having to worry about going to urgent care or anything, they come to you. medicalhousecalls.com.
Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, or a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. Gupton is your spot. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best car buying experience you will have ever had. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. You can check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the deals they have going on in the month of September right there. Can you believe it's September? Yeah, it is. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. Address, phone number, deals, inventory, new and pre-owned, right there at GuptonMotors.com. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Go take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it'll be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
Let's go.
Joey Aguilar for Tennessee on third down, 4 of 7, 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. So the knock on him, and they pointed this out during the television broadcast, was outside the numbers. His completion percentage was like 49%. That throw, beautiful.
Yep.
To a running back in a contested catch situation playing in his first game for Tennessee. Star was legit.
Absolutely. And I thought some of the comeback routes were outside the numbers that were impressive too. We just got to get that little quick slant. Get Browser to get that one.
So according to the Knoxville News Sentinel, Tennessee had at least 5 drop passes.
Yeah.
So Aguilar's numbers would have been through the roof, and that was a touchdown to Browser.
That was. Now, there was some of them, too, that were over a receiver's heads as well, but, like, it was – you can see the build that's going to happen. That's okay.
Also, the fact that tempo was back, that Josh Heupel tempo that we saw
they were
got
going
there.
fast.
I mean, we haven't seen that
3 years.
We haven't seen that since Hendon Hooker was here.
That was what was missing with Nico, and I don't know if it's because he didn't
get it.
It was missing with Joe Milton too. Like they haven't gone that fast in a long time.
Yeah, and I wonder if it was just not getting the offense. So it's impressive that you had the ability to do that with Aguilar when he just got there.
Yeah.
Now Syracuse, I think
that
we're going to
shows you an experienced
right
guy too.
I think we're going to figure out that Syracuse is not that good.
Yes.
But
they play hard though.
They play hard. Their over-under win total is 5.5, and I think it moved down to 4.5 before the Tennessee game. But Tennessee was favored by 13.5, and they outdid that. So Vols and East Tennessee State this weekend, and then the big one against Georgia.
2
weeks. In 2 weeks. Ole Miss pounded Georgia State 63-7. Rebels quarterback Austin Simmons 20 of 31, 341 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. I like the way that kid throws a football. That lefty.
Yeah. Got a little zip on.
You don't see many lefties anymore.
It was nice.
Mississippi State doubled up Southern Miss 34-17. Blake Shapen, the quarterback, 26 of 34, 270 yards and a touchdown. Brennan Thompson, we mentioned 7 receptions, 92 yards. He was on 3HL at SEC Media Days coming in from Oklahoma. Had a good game. Kentucky slides by Toledo, 24-16. Zach Calzada, the quarterback for Kentucky, 10 of 20.
He's been around
forever. He was 10 of 23 for 85 yards and an interception against Toledo.
Ugh.
Did you just vomit?
How do you really
Yeah, that's
feel?
an awful
Dynamite drop-in money. And Arkansas beat Alabama A&M 52-7. Kalen Green, 24-31, 322 yards and 6 touchdowns. We love that guy.
Love to watch play.
South Carolina took down Virginia Tech 24-11. Lenoris Sellers threw a 75-yard touchdown pass with 7:42 left to secure victory and secure the cover for South Carolina.
He's a man child.
Love him. All right, 5 o'clock hour coming up. Chris Lowe at 5:20. We'll talk more college football, what happened over the weekend. Get your take if you want in, 615-737-1045.
All right, good people. What's happening? I'm coming to you with Low T Center. Go to fixmylowt.com to get activated right there. So don't wait. You know what I mean? Guys, just imagine how much better you'll feel when you take back your health. Restore your energy like a pro and get in on the rest of your life. Book your appointment now. Go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. And go for the consultation and the win, all at the same time. Now, you're probably wondering, like, what is the consultation? What's the win? Well, for a limited time only, visit any Synergex or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia, such as jerseys, balls, or helmets, or you may even win a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town, such as a baseball game, football, basketball, hockey, or a soccer game. Synergex and the Low T Center are giving you the chance to get fit and win game against low energy. That does not make any sense. But get in today and get your health back. Go to fixmylowt.com.
You know how life could change in an instant? A car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL at 615-242-9000. Bart Durham and Blair Durham have been in this market forever. They care about Nashville. They care about Middle Tennessee. They care about you. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Again, call BDIL at 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000.
Good afternoon. It's 5:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. It's Titans game week, and the team is back on the practice field as they get ready for their week one matchup with the Denver Broncos. J.C. Latham returned to practice after missing last week. T'Vondre Sweat, Kevin Winston Jr., Clem Mullins, L'Jarius Sneed, Lloyd Cushenberry, all four full participants as well. In college football news today, Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel announced that defensive lineman Jackson Moy and cornerback Ricky Gibson Jr. are expected to miss the game versus ETSU, and that Gibson will be out for an extended period of time. Vols redshirt sophomore cornerback Colton Hood named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week after his performance versus Syracuse, which included a scoop and score touchdown. Vols redshirt freshman wide receiver Braylon Staley named the SEC Freshman of the Week after his 4-catch, 95-yard performance that included a 73-yard touchdown catch. The Bill Belichick era of North Carolina football kicks off tonight in Chapel Hill as the Tar Heels host TCU. Kickoff for that one at 7 o'clock on ESPN. For Hardy Foundation Repair Waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, Monday edition. Happy Labor Day to you. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Have you guys seen the weather over the next couple weeks?
What's it doing?
Like the high around 80 and the low around 60, every day.
Well, guess what?
We're trying to have like an actual fall this year.
Yeah, it's like football time.
Weird.
That's what it feel like to me, which makes tailgating all the best.
Did you tailgate in Atlanta?
Euro.
Did you shotgun a beer in Atlanta?
I don't remember. Like everything was a blur once I arrived. I arrived there. I was supposed to be gone by 4 o'clock. We were leaving in the afternoon after the game. Next thing I know, we looked at a watch, and it was 9:30 at night. We've been sitting in the same spot drinking. Yeah. Shout out to Bully and his co-part.
Shout out to whoever drove y'all's ass back.
Oh, yeah, he got good rest, the driver. Because as long as we just keep doing what we're doing, he get more time to rest. So, worked out perfect for him.
Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. It's football time, baby. Got no roof. Titans, will the car have a roof, Titans?
Titans are a 7.5-point underdog.
That's what I want to know.
In Denver. Cam Ward making his first start.
Cameron Ward.
The television ratings in this market are going to be through the roof for that game.
Yeah, buddy. I'm tuned in with a keen eye.
Of course, you can catch Titans Radio right here on 104.5 The Zone.
You ready for it, Babs?
I am so ready. And the good news on some of these injured players and the fact that they were practicing
J.C. Latham,
for the Titans.
Tavondre Sweat, and Lloyd Cushenberry.
Told you, Babs. It'd just be cool.
And?
LeJerry Sneed, all on the practice field today.
Welcome back.
Told you, just be cool now.
Welcome back. I still am a little concerned about Sneed, but, you know.
Yeah, you got to see him.
Yeah.
What about Cushenberry?
No, I'm great with Cush.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And the moves that they made, I know that Corey's back on the practice squad, but that tells me that they feel very good about where Cush is. And just watching him in practice, 2 weeks ago? Or I guess a week ago?
Yep.
He was feeling it.
Yeah.
He looked good. He was getting pushed. He was all the things. So now, obviously, game day's different, but.
That's right.
Do it.
Brian Callahan.
You feel good about Cush?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that connection between Cam Ward and Cushenberry, that to be able to take snaps under center, need to have that relationship going. Brian Callahan talked about that.
Yeah, there's been plenty of work there. You know, there's even before. You know, it's hard because would you like more? Certainly. I mean, he missed the entire offseason from that perspective. So yeah, we would like more, but I think they've made up for lost time pretty quickly here. And Lloyd's a real pro. He's a vet. He knows how to get ready. So this week will be big for him. Obviously for both those guys to operate in the noise and the environment we're going to go into, but feel good about where they're at.
Robert on YouTube, Tennessee Titans 22, Denver Broncos 20. Book it, Titans by 2. 22, that's something.
I love it.
Babsy is here, y'all.
What up, Babsy?
Happy Monday.
Her team won on Friday night.
That was a good damn weekend, wasn't it?
I love that your team played on Friday night.
I do too, and I got to watch it.
You got to watch it. How did you consume that game?
So I was in Athens. My family came to Athens to go to the Georgia game. So they got there like 6 o'clock Friday night, I think. So we did all our meetings with Coach Smart and coordinators and players and all of that. And then I met them for dinner. So we were at a bar in Athens eating dinner at about 7:30. And there was it wasn't really, it was a bar, but it wasn't like a sports bar where they had a million TVs, right?
Yeah.
So they had one TV, they had the Georgia Tech game on. There were a ton of this whole big group of Georgia alums, guys walked in and sat at a big table. And so I was going to ask to have it switched to the Auburn game, obviously. And so I was like, well, let me ask them first to see. I said, hey, are you guys okay with them switching it off Georgia Tech over to the Auburn game instead? And they were like, oh, hell yeah. Yes, absolutely. And then one of them was like, no doubt. We always love to watch Auburn lose. I was like, got it. I said, okay, got it.
Baby.
Excuse me, bartender, can you please change this over to the Auburn game? I didn't say anything about being an Auburn fan, but I was like, got it.
So,
Thank you.
Were there any Tennessee fans on your plane on Sunday morning?
The entire plane. By the way, shout out to all of you that I chatted with.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I never got the name of the guy that sat next to me, but he's probably listening. Hi, what's up? Thanks for putting up with us. You know, me and baby Babs flew back on Sunday. So all Tennessee fans. And at one point, the woman standing behind me when we were going to board, me and her were probably the only people that didn't have Vols gear on the entire plane. And it was sold out.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was completely full.
Way to real
And she said, she was like, I bet they're going to start singing Rocky Top or something on this plane.
Damn right. Damn right.
Like, yeah.
Don't let us take
that
one.
would be on brand, yes.
Don't let us take over a plane. We'll
All
do
it
that.
takes is one.
Somebody will hop on that little
You
microphone.
better believe it. Show will. All it takes is one.
So lots of Vols fans on that plane coming back to Nashville from Atlanta on Sunday, and they were all smiling and very happy about what they saw.
If you don't stop us from doing crazy stuff, we're going to do crazy stuff.
I know why not. Seems natural for us.
Yeah.
Question about your War Damn Eagles, though.
Oh. Is it a question I want to hear?
I mean, it could be. Are you, because we talked about Tennessee coming out, what were some of the things that, the takeaways that, are the questions that you
and
may
the
have.
concerns.
Yeah, the concerns. My one, how do we get Cam Coleman the ball? The second one is, are you okay with where we are with the passing game with Auburn?
No.
It need to be like it's
No, but I was worried that they would come out and Shiano the bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they didn't do that.
Right.
And Hugh recognized, listen, we're more physical than them.
Yeah.
We can
Beat 'em
run the mess out of the ball. Why wouldn't we? Let's go play bully ball, take care of this, and we'll grow. Right?
Yeah, first couple of drives, you could tell Jackson Arnold didn't know what he was looking at.
Yeah, like that's kind of wild.
And also, I was worried about the offensive line, too. I'm like, great. Here we go again.
And then Hugh comes on. They do the little sideline interview, like mid quarter or whatever, and he was like, and he said that basically. He's like, Jackson needs to trust in what he sees, and we're doing okay, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, to win that game, run the ball.
Come on, dude.
And they did 54 times for 307 yards. Auburn ran the ball against Baylor.
By week 5, is this the same quarterback, Jackson Arnold?
I don't think so. Week 5, why'd you pick 5? Is there a specific game?
No, but I'm about to look. 2, 3.
He's just saying you don't
That's
think
at
so.
Texas A&M, yeah.
I think Hugh will get free.
Ask.
Yeah.
I think Hugh will get frustrated with Jackson not seeing what he wants him to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not
But
delivering the
how do
ball
you not know
where
that
he
before you
wants.
get him as a transfer quarterback? That's my question. How do you not see it? How do you not know it? How does it not show on film? How do you not know with having a conversation with him?
There's this thing called ego, and there's these things called coaches, and a lot of those coaches have tremendous egos that think, I can get him to do it.
That's a legit point.
Y'all got Ball State and
Ball
South
State,
Alabama.
by the way, Auburn is favored over Ball State. You going to get into it with Hitman about this?
I think Hitman's just going to be like, meh.
42.5.
Gosh.
Auburn by 42.5.
That's a whole lot of points.
So you can work on that pass game now.
Yeah. Good
You
gosh.
better work on that pass.
You better.
But here's the deal. I also know how excited Coach Freeze is about the quarterback behind him.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
I forgot that kid's name. He's
Deuce
a
Knight.
Deuce.
Deuce Knight.
Yep.
Deuce Knight.
Deuce Knight. I mean, like, pumped about him. That's why part of me is kind of like, why are we doing the Jackson Arnold experiment? I know he's young, but let's go.
I hope Auburn blows
Let's go.
the socks off Ball State, and they had to put Deuce Knight in.
Here's the thing. They were able to win a game in a hostile environment at night on the road with Jackson Arnold.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you win that game with Deuce? I don't know. Maybe he's not ready yet.
Especially with a slow start.
Yeah.
Right? Where everybody's kind of getting their feet back in it. Scoop said Hugh got him another Malik Willis. He's a one-read guy still.
He was
even if
one-read.
he is,
It
like
was
Hugh was
one-read.
able to win with Malik Willis.
And this is a freshman, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a bit different.
It's hard. You know what, though? I mean, God, I just went to Georgia, and I get these are 5-star guys, right? But that's what we're talking about here. But just went to Georgia. I mean, he started a true freshman at right
Yeah.
at right guard. and didn't even think twice about it. And he was good. They have a true freshman running back that we saw that he gave time to, a true freshman tight end.
You have to these days.
Two true freshman tight end that are
you heard me
so good.
You heard me say Tennessee played 14 true freshmen.
Yeah.
I think you have to these days. Point spreads real quick, and then we'll get to Chris Lowe from on3.com. San Jose State at Texas. Texas by 36.5. Utah State at Texas A&M. Aggies by 30.5. Austin Peay at Georgia. Do not have a line yet on that one because of the FCS opponent. Yeah. Ole Miss at Kentucky. Ole Miss by just 9.5 at Kentucky. East Tennessee State at Tennessee. Do not have a line there. That'll be later in the week. Kansas at Missouri. Missouri by 6.5. That'll be an interesting game. South Florida at Florida. Florida by 17.5. Arkansas State at Arkansas. Razorbacks by 23.5. South Carolina State at South Carolina. Do not have one on that one yet. Louisiana Tech at LSU. LSU by 37.5. I think the most impressive win going on the road at night in a very hostile environment. A team that does not lose home games as a 5-point underdog and beat a top 10 team. That was something by LSU. Arizona, by the way, they only gave up 31 yards rushing. That defensive line was killing it. Arizona State at Mississippi State. This one surprised me. Arizona State, ranked number 12 in America. Mississippi State had 2 wins last year. Arizona State favored by 6.5 on the road in Starkville. That's going to be a night game. Michigan at Oklahoma. Oklahoma by 2.5. Ball State at Auburn. Auburn by 42.5. Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech by 1.5. Louisiana Monroe at Alabama. Alabama by 35.5. Those are the
jump
SEC
on them, a
points.
couple of them now.
Yeah, because they'll change.
Yeah, matter of fact.
We know what Slay's doing during the break. Chris Lowe from on3.com next on 104.5 The Zone. Got an important message from our good friends at Bart Durham. By the way, Blair Durham, shout out. Love y'all. Bart Durham Injury Law. Let me start that over. I've got an important message from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. I confused myself, got my own way. It happens. Some lawyers chase ambulances. They'll do anything to get your attention, but not Blair Durham and his team. Listen, if someone calls you after a wreck, they are breaking the law. That's right. There are lawyers breaking the law. Marine veteran Blair and his team at Bart Durham Injury Law, we call them BDIL, do not play those games. When you make the call, they answer. They're local, been here forever. They're trusted, and they're ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that's on your side from the start. So if you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, remember Blair's number. You can call him, he'll answer. 615-242-9000. That's Blair's number, 615-242-9000. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you, 615-242-9000. 3HL 1045, this is Zone. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. Appreciate you being with us on a Labor Day. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend.
Twitch, please.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Slay Dog and Babsy both here.
We in the building, y'all.
Missed you.
Missed you. Way to hold it down. You're Ral.
As Babs likes to say, missed you, fool.
Missed you, fools.
Chris Lowe joins us now, and Chris Lowe now with on3.com. You can check out his content there. Chris, congrats on the amazing career at ESPN. You had some wonderful things to say when you announced that you were leaving, and I know you're excited for this new path as well.
Yeah, well, thank you. First of all, I had a great 2 decades there. I really did at ESPN, and did so many things that, as a kid growing up, you never dreamed. I never dreamed that I'd get to do, and just to tell the stories I did. But Ben, I tell you what, it is as cool a ride as it was there. I am so pumped about what lies ahead with On3. And based right there in Nashville, Shannon Terry has built that thing, and it's continued to grow. And I really love the people that I'm going to be working with, and I love my job, being able to go out and continue to tell great stories and cover college football, and hopefully do my best or my part in conveying what it makes it such a religion for fans on Saturdays.
On3.com, and I hate to start naming people that Shannon Terry has been able to, kind of assemble that talent roster over there, because I'll leave people out, but Pete Nako's has done an amazing job. Your buddy Brett McMurphy, we've both known for a long, long time. Andy Staples, we've known for a long, long time. And Chris Lowe, on3.com. So check it out. Yeah, I talked with Shannon a little bit yesterday. He's very excited.
Well, and you're right, and he has. And, I love, even before I came to work with him, I love watching Staples and Ari Washington do their podcast. It's a lot of fun. And,
yes.
And sort of, I love how they can stir it up. They're both geniuses when it comes to stirring it up among college football fans, which doesn't take a lot, by the way, when it comes to to college football fans getting into some kind of beef. But no, it was in Clemson, LSU Saturday, my first assignment with On3, and that was a lot of fun, great football game. And I tell you what, I told you guys a few weeks ago, I think this season just sort of, to me, was shaping up to be one of those seasons where there's going to be a lot of carnage. And I think some of the teams that we thought might be right there at the end, Clemson, Texas, Alabama, or take us on the chin one game in. And I think it's going to be that kind of season, guys.
Well, we're gonna get there. That's for sure. I do want to point out, obviously, Chris Lowe will continue to join 3HL on Mondays as you have for a long, long time, and certainly appreciate our relationship on the air as colleagues, but also your friendship, and we love you, brother, and can't wait to follow this path. Let's talk about that. I came on the show and I said I thought the biggest win, maybe the most influential week 1 win, was LSU at Clemson. And the reason for me for that was night game, tough environment. They don't lose at home. Clemson only has a few opportunities to have a big game like this kind of opportunity. And LSU goes in there, in that hostile environment, tough place against a top 10 team on the road, having not won a season opening game under Brian Kelly, as a 5-point underdog. And really, Chris, they should have won by 14. That touchdown should have stood. And so I felt like they controlled that game.
Yeah, I had a debate with a couple LSU people, not a debate, but just a discussion about, was that win bigger than Brian Kelly's win over Saban his first year? Now, I grant you, it was Nick Saban, and Bama, I think, was 5 or 6 that game. But to me, this was bigger because of what exactly you just said. And it wasn't that they beat him, it's how they beat him. Because LSU, over the last few years, has always been able to score points. I mean, they've lost some games where they've scored a ton of points. But they beat him up physically on defense. It came after the quarterback. I mean, they kept Klubnik out of sorts all game. They did not let Clemson run the football at all. Nussmeier was, boy, you talk about a guy that just played like a champ, and people in his face the whole game, and he's getting rid of the football, giving his receivers a chance to run after the catch. So I think all those things and a lot of new faces on defense that LSU plugged in, they just, to me, the other night checked the boxes of what all championship caliber teams have to check. And I think doing it on the road was so much talk about, well, they've been bad in season openers, and an air of restlessness around Brian Kelly and the program. I agree, man. They went out and answered the bell. They look like they have playoff team written all over them. And not only that, I think a team that if they stay healthy, and I think they're going to get some guys back. Nick Anderson, I don't think play at all. I think he's one of the more talented receivers. They continue to progress and grow, then I think they're one of those teams that can do a lot of damage in the playoff.
Chris Lowe with us from on3.com.
CeeLo, let's go down here, man, to Tallahassee. Like, you had a quarterback come out there. He talked about it in the preseason. Now, it left me saying, hey, man, I like that in my quarterback, but hold on. Do you know everything that you have in the locker room before you start saying that? You never seen some of these guys play. How you know they're going to go to bat for you against big, bad Alabama, who's coming off the season with DeBoer had? Discipline was in question. Guys giving effort was in question. So here it is, main stage. All we heard at SEC Media Day was how they were getting things in order. You got a guy that can spin it. You win the transfer portal, got receivers for him, and you reloaded. This is supposed to be the year. Man, that wasn't it, CeeLo.
Here's what Castellano said. For those that don't know, this was 3 months ago. They don't have Nick Saban to save them. I just don't see them stopping me.
Wow.
And they didn't.
He was right.
Wait, what did your boy Ric Flair used to always say, Slade? You're going to talk the talk. You better
walk the walk. You better believe it.
You got to walk that aisle, brother. You got to walk that aisle.
Yes.
And certainly he did, and FSU did. Let's give the Seminole. I mean, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of gnashing of the teeth about Bama, and sort of laying an egg like that and getting beaten up the way they did, and just like you said, all the talk. I mean, I was there for practice 2 Thursdays ago, man, and they got after it, and seemed like all the right things were said and they're ready to go. But let's give some credit to the Seminoles.
Yes.
Here's a team coming off just a brutal season.
Yeah, definitely.
And a season removed where, oh, by the way, they got snubbed the playoff because of Alabama.
Yep.
And they come back. They don't sit on their hands. Mike Norvell goes out and gets players. He brings in Gus Malzahn as his play caller. And I'll tell you what, I can't say the A word on the air, but his offense kicked Alabama's what.
Yeah.
It wasn't fluky. There was nothing fluky about that. They ran for nearly 240 yards.
And 4 touchdowns.
Right. We're the better football team. How many times, and I can save you looking it up because I know the answer. How many times in the last 2 decades has Alabama lost a football game where the opponent threw just 14 passes? Think about that.
Yeah.
What's that tell you? That tells you if you are physically getting beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
And so
How many?
I give what?
None?
Zero.
None.
Zero. I think LSU threw 17 in that 9-6 overtime game in 2011.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Marshall, I think, threw 15 in the kick 6 game.
Wow.
In 2013. But no, I can't find anywhere anyone's thrown 14 that few passes and beaten Alabama over the last 2 decades.
And completed just 9, Chris.
Out physical.
Yeah. Right. So it was like, hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to keep doing it, and guess what? You can't stop us. And that's, to me, if you want to flip it over to Bama now, because I want to make sure I'm giving credit to Florida State, because that's a character win for that program and Mike Norvell. That is a character win. But if you want to flip it over to Alabama now, that's, to me, the most disconcerting thing is I understand Tim Keenan, who is their best interior defensive lineman, didn't play. But to get beat like that and to just really have the other team slice through you and run for that many yards and not even have to throw the football, what does that mean for down the road as they still have a lot of tough games? I mean, Florida State, I think, is certainly going to be a much improved football team. But I would say Alabama will play at least 4 teams that are just as good, if not better. And maybe 5. When you look at who they got left, they play at Georgia, they play at Missouri, they got Tennessee and Tuscaloosa, they got Dawn's WDE Auburn Tigers. I think that's on the plains, right, Dawn?
Speaking of a team that can run the football, I've really changed my opinion about that little matchup.
Yeah, well, and that's, again, it's they got to get a lot better. I don't think Alabama. I'm not one of those, who think, all right, season's over.
Mm-hmm.
They still have the personnel to get better, and we'll see how they respond. Kalen DeBoer did not get stupid overnight. He is a good football coach. And to be fair, though, the question will hover out there until he proves differently. Was he the right fit at Alabama? He's, through 14 games, that's a fair question. But he is a smart guy. He is a good football coach. He is a solid human being. He's just got to get that team to respond, his players to respond to him and to that staff better than they have. But I guess you're talking about Auburn, right, and the way they ran the football?
Ooh.
Yeah.
307.
Well, think about that, though. Think about how this is the beauty of college football. Think of how quickly the narratives have changed after just 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
What was everybody talking about the week? Wow, Jackson Arnold, he was on him in practice. Are they going to be able to move the football? This is a make or break year for Hugh Freeze. Alabama, they got a chance to win the national title. This may be their best team in some time. Now all of a sudden, they're talking about DeBoer, if he's going to be able to keep his job. Hey, Auburn looks like they may be one of the more improved teams in college football. I watched that entire Baylor-Auburn game, and I'll tell you this. Yeah, it was a little shaky, first of all. It was almost like they were trying to figure out what they could do. But Jackson Arnold and his ability to run the football, you had told me, Dawn, that he'd had over 100 yards rushing in one of their scrimmages this year. He wanted to see him to stay in the pocket a little bit longer and give his guys on the perimeter to make a chance to make plays. And I think they'll get better and make more of those plays in the passing game. But when you're quarterback and you can run the football, which he's typically been able to do, and you're having success, that makes the game a lot easier. Now, here's my only concern. Can he run it that many times all season and stay healthy? That's what we don't know right now.
That's right. Then maybe we'll see Deuce.
Here's my problem. Here was my concern with Jackson Arnold. It looked like, Chris, and I don't know, I need to watch the All-22, but it looked like he was struggling with what he was seeing in the passing game in the secondary, and that's why he was tucking it so much. Hugh even talked about that on the broadcast, but that's the development I need to see from him, because you go into that SEC schedule, you're going to have to throw the ball, although Florida State didn't, so there you go. Maybe you don't need to.
Well, yeah, well, you're going to have to be able. What's going to happen at some point? They're going to get down 10 points. You're going to have to come back and drive the football and throw it, and that's what he's still got to prove that he can do it. I think he's got the ability. He's got to grow in what they're doing. And you mentioned you told me before the game. I asked him. We talked that week. I said, what does he got to do better? And he said, he's got to stay in the pocket. He's got to be able to see guys, know where guys are, and not be so quick to leave. He said, now, you don't want to take that part away from him. He said Malik Willis was the same way at Liberty when he first got him.
Somebody in our chat just compared the two. Yep.
Yeah. And he got better at that, you said, as he continued to play and see the field better. And, I think that's the challenge now for Jackson going into the rest of the year.
I want to go back to Alabama just real quick. Is there a discipline culture problem there, do you think?
I've been there a lot over the last year, 4 or 5 times, and I've had a chance to go to practice and visit. Been to some team meetings on when I did something on there his first week. I don't, haven't been around a lot of programs and been inside buildings and seen practices. I don't think they have a culture problem. I think it's more that for whatever reason, Dawn, and I can't put my finger on it, the players and certainly the head coach is the one that gets the blame here, but he just hasn't been able to get through the players the way he needs to. And you're seeing some of the same stuff. I mean, some people, I think, mistake the fact Calen's such an even-keeled, genuinely nice person. And sometimes you mistake that for being soft. I don't think he's soft.
Very different than the last one.
Yeah. Well, I told somebody recently, he's probably about as normal a football coach as you're going to find, off the field. But I don't think it's soft. It's being able to focus on the right things and press the right buttons with the right players and sort of build that thing back. I was at their practice, as I said, 2 Thursdays ago, and they got after it. They really did. And there were some veterans that called other guys out. It wasn't like it was Club Med. I can promise you that. So that's what was so shocking to me, to see what happened on Saturday in Tallahassee, because they looked hesitant. They looked slow. I thought Florida State was a faster football team than they were. And they didn't, that edge that you got to play. And what defined those Saban teams for all those years is, man, they played with a hard, sharp edge. And I just haven't seen that consistently from this Alabama team going back all the way to last year.
Chris Lowe with us from on3.com.
Sounds funny.
Should we ask about?
Absolutely. No question about it. Lowe, Vols. Questions answered, or still just holding a little reserve for just see what happens, when Big Bad Georgia comes to town?
Yeah, no, there were some answers.
Okay.
I mean, I'm surprised you could even talk about the game. I've got intel there at Mercedes-Benz.
Here we go.
Slay, I've got eyes everywhere, right?
Here we go.
Slim Dog, watch out, man.
What was your intel?
My intel is that Slay spent more time at the bar at Mercedes-Benz than he did watching the ball game.
He said he missed the third quarter.
No, I told him I left at halftime, didn't make it back to my seat to the end of the third, man.
So I'm sitting there in my hotel room in Greenville, South Carolina, watching the game before I left to go to Clemson. I'm starting getting these text pictures. And it's Slay and all these guys hanging out the bar and Mercedes-Benz.
It was a time was had, Lo. A time was had.
But let's get to it. There are three things. Number one, Deshaun Bishop is a dog. That kid, I love his story. I love the way he runs the football. I mean, I saw him play in high school multiple times at Carnes over here near Knoxville. And he put up incredible numbers, and he was fast, and he was tough, and he was durable. He carried 30 times a game, but nobody recruited him, and I couldn't figure it out. And so he goes to Tennessee as a preferred walk-on, and he was good last year. Obviously, Dylan Sampson was a show, but watching him play in that game Saturday, man, he is he's one of those guys. I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher, and Josh's ability to generate a run game, I'm never worried about that. Aguilar with the deep throw, I think that's probably the thing that Tennessee fans were most fired up to see a guy get open down the field, and he hits him in stride for the touchdown. Defense, they can't give up that many yards. Syracuse drove the ball on them more than I know Tim Banks would want them to, but you saw some new faces. You saw some guys that look like they're better football players than a year ago. I would be a little worried about Tennessee on defense with Georgia coming to town in 2 weeks. You got both your corners. Gibson's out for multiple games, so extended period of time. Not going to play against Georgia. I don't think it's realistic for Jamon McCoy to get back in time. For his sake and Tennessee's sake, I hope he can. He just hasn't done really anything at all in team periods on the defensive part of the field. And you got Jackson Boy up front, along with Hobbs, who was hurt before the season opener. So those two are your top defensive linemen. So we're going to find out about Tennessee's depth and some of the younger guys and how that develops. But no, I think anytime you win by nearly 20 points in September, Syracuse had a ton of new players. I don't think you walk away and say, well, that was not anything other than a quality win. I also think, guys, it's good that Tennessee played a team like that, a Power 4 team, and didn't have just two glorified scrimmages before they played Georgia. Mm-hmm. That to me was important. So now at least you have, that film to look at against a team with Power 4 type athletes before you go into Georgia. But not Tennessee was honestly about what I thought they would be. And I know there was some concern about Aguilar and how he would play, but another great story. A kid that, is sort of bounced around. He was out in California, and he's at Appalachian State, then back to California. Now he's at Tennessee. He's just one of those guys it's hard not to root for.
Chris Lowe, on3.com. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. It's here.
Okay. And see you guys. Thank you.
All right, Lo.
When we come back, more 3
I like his intel.
Stay tuned.
On all levels.
What's happening, y'all? It's finally here, your favorite time of the year. I'm talking about fall weather, football season, and, of course, the delicious food we all crave. And y'all know my love for Shoney's. They have exactly what you want and what you need when it comes to always fresh, always delicious food. And with 4 Shoney's in Middle Tennessee area, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville, you can enjoy the endless variety of options, which make it a fantastic value. All made with care from the finest quality ingredients. Head in for Shoney's All You Care to Eat Fresh Food Bar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or you can order a delicious meal from Shoney's extensive menu. The Shoney's All-American Burger is one of the very best burgers in town. That's in my opinion. And then, you know that iconic world-famous hot fudge cake. Yeah, that right there is worth coming for. I also love that Shoney's holds true to their values, offering comforting, family-friendly service. They call it Southern hospitality with a twist. So make sure you come on back to Shoney's during your favorite time of the year, which is right now. Stop by any Shoney's location in Middle Tennessee area, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. Shoney's, let's eat.
Let's do that indeed. We're all watching games this fall. It is snack season. Also, maybe you're going to have people over to watch some games. You get your technology straight, you get all your TVs set up, and even if it's just one, that's fine. You can zero in on a game, but you can also zero in on snacking and snacking properly. And Daisy is here with Daisy French Onion Dip, new obsession for a lot of people, and you need to try Daisy French Onion Dip. Also, Daisy Ranch Dip, game changers, and they're at all grocery stores, so check them out. Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Watch your games, so make sure you snack the right way. Eating dips with chips, wings, veggies while watching the big game. I know you love doing that. Now Daisy comes out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip, and these are game changers. These are as delicious as homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you will find in your own kitchen. Daisy French Onion Dip at all grocery stores.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
3HL 104.5, The Zone, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
Come on.
We talked about before the show, it's going to be like there's so much out there that happened this weekend that we love talking with you guys about and getting your takes on. And it's like drinking out of a fire hose. Wait till next Monday when we add the Titans to the mix.
No, guess what, though? That's what I was going to say. Like, just wait till tomorrow.
Wait.
We still got to carry over. Tuesday and Wednesday going to be nuts. Thursday and Friday.
We're back, baby.
We are back. By the way,
we're back.
104.5 The Zone is teaming up with the Tennessee Titans to throw a free block party at the immersive new Nissan Stadium Experience Center, Titans House, located in Germantown. Stop by anytime Tuesday, September 2nd, that's tomorrow, from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. to get a behind-the-scenes look at the new stadium. Plus, special guests will be making appearances throughout the day. Free parking available. We look forward to seeing you there. We're doing our show there from 3 until 6 o'clock, so we'll be there in advance of season starting on Sunday. Reese and Laura are friends in South Central Kentucky, big Tennessee fans. We usually start out with Laura. Laura, is that you?
I'm here.
Hi, Laura.
What's up, Laura?
You know what state wasn't playing Dixieland Delight Saturday?
Surely the good old Alabama.
You know, I was outside doing my version of Clog It to that song when I found out they lost. Y'all don't want to see that, I promise.
No, we need the video of Laura clogging to Dixieland Delight. Yes.
No. Big Slayer, you with me?
You better know it, Reese. What's up, baby?
Man, you know what I've been wanting to ask you for quite some time?
What's that?
Do you know what time it is, Big Slay?
You know it. It's football time in Tennessee.
Time in Tennessee with Mike Keith and Savage. What a great broadcast. Was that not wonderful?
That was good. It was good, definitely.
Yeah, I love how he iterated, it's a big word, for some of his Titan stuff. Did you notice that?
The sack, screaming sack.
Yes, it was wonderful. And the first down, even got the snap set, kick good in there. I was just a perfect job by the duo. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
On our impromptu trip to Nashville.
Yeah, we had to go to Nashville. My brother flew down there and left a goodie bag for his wife and kids, but we were listening to the game driving down there to pick it up and come back. But I won 300 on the minus 13.5, but I got greedy. You know what I did?
What?
Did you go in game?
Yeah, I did, and I'm usually good at in game, as y'all know, but I got greedy. I got a little biased when it was 24.5 when we were up 18, and I lost 100 of that 300 back. I was very disappointed in myself. But still a profit. Oh, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
As much as I hate the Blue Raiders, I'm proud of your son, and I'm happy for you that he got to play.
I'm very happy for him. He's worked so hard.
Yeah, I'm sure he has, and I'm sure you're a proud parent. Now, the bad news is they're coming up here to Bowling Green this year, so I expect y'all to come to that game and say hello, because we're going to be there for that game.
I'll be in the student section.
You'll fit right in.
Laura's an online student now, so we get free tickets, so we will definitely be there. And let us know through Big Slay's Insta Chatter or whatever if y'all are going to make it up to watch your son. We'll have to say hello, have a beer together.
Sounds good, Reese.
I had something else I was going to tell you, but it really doesn't matter. Because you know what, Big Slay?
What's up, Reese?
Oh, by the way, I do remember now. I was very, very happy with the offense after the first 4 high passes by the new guy with the shitters. Yeah. Now, those scared me as we were listening on the radio. I was like, oh, here we go, Nico again, missing receivers. And I was very happy that Nico did horrible. And I was very happy that his greedy father got him out of town. And we got this guy until our recruiting class next year, which is going to be amazing. And but after that, Big Slay.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
You better believe it.
Good old Rocky Top! It's football time in Tennessee! Give us more Mike Keith! Woo!
Give us more Mike Keith.
There they go, Reese and Laura.
That's them, baby.
I wish I had a pot where I could fade him down instead of just cut him off, because he's always screaming when I cut him off, and it's just like a truck drove into a wall. Let's go to Johnny the Poet, who is a big TCU guy. TCU, a 3.5-point favorite at North Carolina tonight. Bill Belichick making his debut. Johnny the Poet, how good do you feel about it?
Very. Only game of the night. Brent, did you know the horned frog is actually a lizard? That's right.
I've never really thought about it, but go ahead. I don't want to get in your way.
It's okay. Freshman year, we don't have enough time for that. But they spit blood from their eyes. That's true, Bill Belichick. Stick that in your gizzard. For tonight, no one cares about your time in the NFL. I think you should have called the 3HL. Because if you had, you'd be glad. Then you know what I would say to you. I would say riff, ram, wahoo, lickety, lickety, zoo, zoo, hoo, wah, wahoo, give them hell, TCU. But what I want to say after that last caller, I like that guy. Now, after Don, Auburn won, the Vols won, after the Titans are coming. Hey, let's keep this train going. For the Poet tonight, one game tonight, y'all. Let's beat Belichick, Tennessee. Let's beat Belichick, Nashville. For Johnny the Poet tonight, let's do this. The Horned Frogs. The only game on college football tonight is the TCU Horned Frogs, and the Horned Frogs win. I'll get Mike Keith to call it in. I'm telling you. Bet it all, folks. Bet it all. Horned Frogs dominate tonight. Belichick, sorry, you suck.
What a finish.
All right, Johnny the Poet.
I like
That's
it.
how he ends the poem.
Hey, all right.
Bill Belichick, you suck.
What coach do you feel better about?
I don't feel great about
Because this is not Bill.
No.
NFL Bill.
No, this is
college football. There's a long piece from ESPN out right now if you want to go read it. And part of it is like how they would make like these top recruits wait 30, 45 minutes, an hour. Oh, yeah, just wait. Coaches come in to say hi, and then he would never come say hi. So there's like all this. I mean, and now that's the negative part of the recruiting story there at Carolina, right? But I am so fascinated by this game because
me too.
This ain't the NFL, Bill.
I'm going TCU. I don't think I'm betting on TCU.
I love Josh Hoover. 27 touchdowns last year, almost 4,000 yards passing for TCU. I don't know what to think about Gio Lopez. Not that familiar with him. He came from South Alabama, won the job, obviously, and will be the quarterback for North Carolina tonight. DHB, that was better than Badagetta. LOL.
Yeah, see, they've got one of those cheers, too.
I'm going with Johnny the Poet.
I'm not sold on Sonny Dykes. I'm not.
So you would go to North Carolina?
Belichick?
I don't know.
I'm going to TCU on the under.
Okay.
The bet has been made. 50% too right now.
Ask Slade during the break,
fun.
are you going to bet on this game? He's like, yeah, I might as well.
Of course. It's the only game on tonight. You heard Johnny.
Yes, you did. We'll be at Tight House tomorrow. Look up the info, 1045thezone.com. We appreciate you guys, including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. We hope you have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were a fan of a college football team or you were a fan of Alabama and you were thinking to yourself, is football over for us? Are we one of the regular people? Are we just back with the general population? Yes, you are, Bama. You are y'all like elephants.
Good luck, Johnny.